Today's episode is brought to you by Ridge Wallet. Now, Ridge Wallet is something sometimes it's in your pants. Now, walletry is something you don't hear a lot about. People think a wallet and they think, oh, I'll just put it in my pants. Well, that's fine, buddy. But also, that's not fine. The new thing is to have that ridge, that front pocket carry. And it's a concise piece where you put your credit cards and the things of value, the real hitters. You can keep those in your Ridge Wallet. You put it in your front pocket. No more of that back, activity where you can get pickpocketed or somebody can just feel your butt and say they were trying to touch your wallet. Visit ridgewallet.com/Theo, Theo, and use code THEO at checkout for 10% off. That's code THEO for 10% off at ridgewallet.com. Today's episode, I'm joined by an old friend. He and I spent countless hours barbing each other on the Opie and Jim Norton podcast on Sirius XM over about a 1.5 year period. He's one of the funniest young men that I know. He's a father. He's a father of a multiracial child, and he's a beautiful man, and he's doing unique things. And I'm so happy to have him here with me today in studio. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Distefano. Wow.
Yeah.
Long time no see, huh?
What up, baby?
What up, man?
Yeah, cuz.
Dude, that's crazy. You look beautiful tonight. You got all blue on. Do you wear blue a lot?
No, normally I've been wearing sweatpants a lot, but I'm flying home today, so when I go back to New York, you can't come off the plane in sweats like that.
Really?
I mean, I guess you could, but I just feel like, I don't know, I'm going home and then I got to go right to see my family, so.
Do you dress nice when you fly? Do you dress?
Plus, I got a little penis. You know that.
I've never seen your penis, dude.
What? I've never sent you my dick? I never seen that one that when I put the
I will block you if you send me it.
I got one. I thought I sent you one.
I'm trying to stay off porn. I'm 43 days right now.
I got one where I send it out as my dick, but it's actually just a television remote in my sweatpants. But it looks like I have a fucking hog. And when girls ask for a dick pic, that's what I send out, and they think I have the biggest dick ever. And then when we finally do get to sex, I got to turn all the lights off and get them as wet as possible.
Suddenly it's the Apple TV remote. Suddenly you got.
Yeah, because you think it's Fios has an Apple TV. Yeah, I mean a lot.
Is this Fire Stick? What is this little?
Do you
thing?
want to say it? Look,
I do not.
Okay, all right. Because it looks like it looks like a hammer.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Like what kind of? You said like a small hammer?
It looks like it's just it's a television remote in gray sweatpants, but it looks like my dick.
Right.
It's easily and I've sent it around.
You've been sending it to women?
I sent it. Well, if they ask me, I send it to women, and then I send it to my boys. My boys have it, so there's a circulation. That's my crew's dick pic.
I do not want to be one of your boys then, because I'm trying to make it to 44 days of no pornography. I'm not losing my streak because you're going to send me.
Now, what's the thought process on that? Why no porno?
I don't like it, man. It's just too. It just makes me feel bad about myself. So some of that's my own thing. Make me feel bad.
Right.
But then secondarily, I don't like, honestly, just spraying out of my own sink. It's just at a certain age, when you're young, it's fun. It's cool. It's exciting. You're like, oh, how much of this is in my body?
Yeah.
But you get older and you're like, oh, I'm still doing this. I still don't have any groceries. You know what? Like,
yeah. It's like, listen, as you get older, right, you only have a finite amount of energy each day.
Yeah.
I can't be using, and a lot of that energy is in your balls. A lot of sperm is energy.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't, like you said, be spraying it out unnecessarily when there's shit you got to do. Like I'm somebody's dad.
Right.
So it's like I can't jerk off into my belly button anymore.
Ugh.
You know what I mean? That's just shit I can't do anymore because I got a kid to feed. So it's like the energy that I have has to be, making sure her homework's done, watching her cartoons, getting my career right, going to the gym. I can't be on Pornhub, just whacking off into my belly button.
Wow, I never thought about that. Yeah, if you're a dad, it must feel weird to jerk off then, does it?
Especially being a dad to a little girl, it's like, I just if, you know, I mean, there's still times where I'm just sitting alone and I flick around my piece a little bit and just, you know, whatever. If, you know, if a little glue comes out, a little glue comes out. But it's one of those things where it's like I'm not actively looking to jerk off. Now I only jerk off. Like I've been out in LA for 4 days in a hotel room, so it's like that's usually when you pound your nuts the most. And I haven't jerked off once.
Are you serious?
Not one time, man. And it hasn't been a proactive. I'm not doing this. It's just been like I've been tired. You know, I'll FaceTime my daughter, and it's like, you know, when you're FaceTiming a 3-year-old, like you don't jerk off for a couple of days, man.
Thank God, bro.
You can't, bro.
Yeah,
you can't.
I should start doing that then. I should start.
You'd be a great father, man.
Really, you think?
I think you should. I think you should do it. I really think you should do it.
Now, what do you? Now you're out of wedlock. You have a child out of wedlock.
I have a child out of wedlock, unfortunately.
Is that good or bad?
For me personally, I think it's good.
And the kid doesn't like you. I've seen it on Instagram.
The kid does not like me. My daughter does not like me. She doesn't think I got my special, you know, because I got it already.
Yeah.
And I played it for her, and for 45 minutes she stared at the TV. She just didn't. She didn't laugh once. She didn't even play with her doll. She didn't walk away. She just looked emotionless at the TV. I'll post that video when the special comes out. Emotionless at the TV for about 45 minutes, and then asked for some hamburger helper. Yeah, when it was over, that's what it was.
She does honestly sound like my kind of lady.
Yo, she like,
you know, stares blankly at a TV and then devours a little bit of hamburger
yeah,
helper.
She was like, Daddy, can we get some hamburger helper?
Definitely a date that I could do.
Yeah.
But I've seen her on your Instagram story. She never likes you. You take her to school.
I do everything, man.
Time.
I can't be any more involved of a father than I am. And
she's a child. How old is she?
She's 3.5 years old.
Oh, wow.
And so she's half Puerto Rican, half Italian.
Yeah.
So and her mom is a great lady. Her mom's a great lady. I love and
Don't
support.
give her any matches, bro. She'll fucking burn
that shit out. I love and support her mom. It just didn't work out with us romantically, but we're very good co-parents. And I think, you know, when you asked me before, I think it's better to have my child raised around actual real love and two people that really love her, as opposed to seeing two people who are like being half shells of themselves because they don't really love each other.
Man,
you know what I mean?
It's so funny you say that, man. I was just texting. I'd been seeing this gal, and we separated, and then we were just texting yesterday, and it was like, you know, maybe sometime we would just have a child, you know.
Should do it.
Just like, because I know that she would be a loving parent. Like,
Right.
That's the thing. I remember years ago, I made a deal, though, with a girl, and it was like, hey, if by 30, we don't have any kids, we're going to have a kid. And then I remember, like, 30, like the night I turned 30, like 12:01 a.m., I get a text, and she's like, what's up?
She remembered.
Yeah, and I was like, you know.
You know what I feel like having a child has done for me big time? She saves me, my daughter saves me in many ways from like the tough things that we go through in our career. Like if we go out for an audition and don't get something, or we have a pilot doesn't get picked up, I don't wallow in my sorrows. I don't drink. I don't commiserate with my boys. I don't say fuck them, fuck that. It's like that energy, I'm sad for a few minutes about it, but my daughter saves me in the sense like she doesn't care. Like when I had a pilot with CBS,
right,
and it didn't get picked up, and I
auditioned for that pilot.
Yeah,
actually,
I remember,
and I didn't get in it.
And he didn't. Well, thank God you didn't get in it, because now it's in the fucking toilet.
Jesus
yeah,
Christ,
it's a piece
dude.
of shit's all Les Moonves' fault.
Oh God,
yeah.
Didn't he get busted for
He
touching
got busted.
somebody?
Yeah, and it's like, you know what, man? If you would have picked up my show, you would have the protection of the Distefano family.
That's what I'm saying.
In this recent troubles. But now you're out on your own, player.
Yeah, you out there.
Yeah. So you know, when that shit happened, I remember I told her, she was 2 at the time, and I was like, because it was like my whole world came down. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, Daddy's thing that he was doing out there didn't get picked up, and you know,
they were bullshit
apologizing to her, which was silly, you know. I didn't, but all she said was, you know, at the end she let me finish. She was like, let's watch Mickey Mouse. And then so she was hearing me, and you know, she's 2 years old, so like she has nothing to respond to. She was like, look, basically what I got from that is like, she was like, you're my dad. I don't care what you're doing. If you're here, I want to watch Mickey Mouse with you. Like, that's what's important to me. So don't apologize to me for not getting a TV show on the air. Like, I don't care. And I feel like biologically, my daughter saves me from that. And it also helps me with conserving my energy. Like, I don't give energy to stuff that's silly, like going back and forth in a text fight or an Instagram fight, or like I said, wallowing in my sorrows. It's like, I can't, man. I got to give my energy to raise my daughter.
Right.
So biologically, I think a child has saved me, because at first my peers were like, when all this shit first happened, like, you're dumb, man. I wouldn't have that baby. It's gonna, and it's all it's done is enhance my career.
Wow,
That's
really?
all it's done is enhance anything that I've gotten. I own a home now.
Oh, you look
in New
nice.
York.
You used to wear hockey jerseys.
Dude,
and
I used
shit.
to wear fucking hockey. Bro, remember we used to fight on
you pull
Opie?
up- oh.
You ever seen those fights on Opie when he said I look Dutch? And then I told him he looked like Eileen Wuornos, the first female serial killer ever killed. I was actually looking at the comments on the
a
YouTube once.
successful female serial killer too.
I was looking at the comments once. Oh my god, dude, I was getting fucking crushed by your fans.
Yeah, well, look
they
what you
hated
used-
me, bro.
Oh, dude.
Hated me.
Did they?
Oh my god, they were like this fucking bum. They were bro. You literally
Bro, you
won
look like
that
a
fight.
skinhead that's afraid to go all the way, bro. That's exactly
I'm
what
talking
you
about
look
like if you look at the first 100 comments, 95 of them are like Theo rocks. 5 and then 5 of them are like Chris is good, but
that's nice.
he still sounds deaf. You said I look like a deaf guy that goes to the gym.
Oh, dude,
it's hilarious, bro.
You look like a deaf leper.
Yeah, now everybody else, now Opie and Carl and Sherrod are all dead.
Oh, you look like the strongest deaf person ever. That's what
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Dude, if you were real quiet,
Yeah.
and entered a contest for the strongest
Yeah.
deaf person,
Yeah.
you would win. But here's the problem: you would fuck it up, bro. Because
I fuck it up.
you'd want to tell a joke.
And then your hair, I remember you didn't have a hat on, and I said your hair looked like the Michigan State Spartan helmet. And then I remember that. And then you told me
see that helmet real
and then
quick.
you know what you said to me that was so
That's pretty
fucking funny? You said, dude, if you could meet yourself, you would hate
Right
it.
there, up.
Yeah. Dude, that was epic shit. That was a dope fight.
Damn, I do look like that. Fuck.
No,
same
not
nose,
anymore.
Too.
Not anymore. You fine now, son. You're fine, girl.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn, dude.
yo, girl, your whole career is fucking blown up. You got a real career now, man. You go out there, you sell tickets. You're not playing bananas in New Jersey to 10 people like me.
Oh, well, I went over there and played it by the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
There was a fire on a train while I was on stage.
I
right?
believe you, man.
Half the people, right?
What's it like now where you go to a place and the tickets are sold? It's got to be a great feeling at this point, right?
Yeah, I guess it. I mean, it definitely is. It is different. You know what's funny? It's like you almost forget what it was like when it wasn't.
Interesting.
And then you forget, and you just almost forget about it quick. And you also get nervous that, like, I feel more pressure now to make jokes.
Right.
Whereas before, I just felt a pressure to be myself.
Right. But now it's like they want to be funny. They pay good money to see you.
Right, and now I feel a little bit of that all the time, and some of it I don't like, and so I'm trying to
Interesting.
find ways in my own life to get back into a place where I just feel like that pressure isn't there. You know, even in like a day-to-day basis. Like, I mean, Nick's done so much to help our podcast grow, and like Instagram, and
Right.
like, he really championed a lot of different ideas, and so it's been
Everything you guys got is professional. As far as like the cameras, the content. It's all like. It's like podcasting is a business now. It's almost like for our friends who don't have podcasts, like, and who still think like doing a late night set matters. It's like you're that shit is so 2010.
you're out of your mind.
It's 2019.
Yeah.
The only way to get ahead is to having somebody out here like a Joe Rogan. Like, all you guys, get like, that's like being on the Tonight Show. Like you guys, so like, Johnny Carson was like the guy, and then like all the comedians we've ever heard of, Seinfeld, Ray Romano, all these guys who blew up and became icons did so through Carson. And now I feel like it's Joe Rogan. It's like now you got, you, Burt Kreischer, Tom Segura, all these guys that are selling more tickets than anybody. What's the common theme? You guys all, crushed it when you came on Rogan. You all crushed it. And then, because it's one thing, it's like comedians can go on big podcasts and not do well, and then nothing happens. So it's like one of those things. You guys were all great, and then you guys all went on the episodes and crushed. So it's like now his fans become your fans, but now it's not even. Now it's your fans. So now it's like when you go, maybe the first time they heard of you was through this guy or through that. Everybody needs a Godfather.
Yeah.
But now it's like, you've converted real fans. And I think the only way that we can do that now in 2019 is through podcasting. So when I came out here to promote my special, I was like, man, I want to do Bert and I want to do Theo. I would love to have done Rogan, but it's not possible right now for me. I got to get to the next level. But I was like, that's more important to me than doing any late night shit.
Wow.
Like the late night bookers were like, oh, because it's so PC now. They're like, oh, I had jokes about my daughter being Puerto Rican. And and they were on my Comedy Central special, because one thing I'll say about Comedy Central is they're about the comedian first. That's why it's dope. That's why like specials that come out on Comedy Central are dope, because the executives there are not scared. They're like, no, this is the name comedy is in our network.
Right.
So if you think that shit's funny, even if it's crossing the line and whatever, then we'll stand by you and we'll protect you. So
That's
that
pretty
part
true.
of it's
I've
dope.
seen some of Ron Funch's clips, and his just did really well. And I saw
Huge.
some of his clips,
Yeah.
where he called his son the N word.
Yeah,
know?
man.
And I respect it. It was just like it was so funny.
Yeah, dude.
But for them to be willing to also put that
Yeah.
out, and I just saw one of yours too. Actually, they started putting clips of yours.
They
on,
start
didn't
putting clips of mine up now.
I
Yeah.
just saw one yesterday.
So I have a clip. Actually, one of the clips I put up is me impersonating my daughter.
Can we play it or not?
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
Will we get in trouble for playing that, Nick?
Well, where is it posted?
It's on my Instagram.
Okay, yeah, that'll
Yeah.
be fine.
And his daughter's Puerto Rican, dude.
Yeah, my Puerto Rico. Oh, well, actually, the clip that I was on my Instagram, I'm gonna post a daughter one tomorrow. The clip that's on my
Build that crib. You know what I'm saying,
fuck
bro?
yeah, baby.
Let's fucking get these kids locked
They
down.
they said I couldn't do it on late night, or I could do those jokes, but I couldn't impersonate and put on a Puerto Rican accent because I'm not Puerto Rican, and it's
Oh
like
my God.
that's such bullshit. Like, it's my daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's my kid.
It's your kid, and you know what's funny is they'll let anybody get on there and impersonate like somebody from the South or somebody
Sure.
from the Midwest,
Yeah.
or somebody who they think is,
Yeah.
uneducated. As long as the uneducated person isn't black or
Yeah.
but if it's like they're white and uneducated, then it's fine. But the thing is, the people that own all these networks, they're fucking white.
Yeah, but that's why, like, what you have, like the type of success you have, and the way that you're selling tickets now is so powerful because you could. Not that you're a scandalous dude. Unless, do you still finger women? Do you still get paid to finger women?
I don't
Or
do
that's
that
over?
anymore.
Okay, so you're not a scandalous dude.
Yeah.
And it's like even if you said something that was out of bounds unintentionally, your fans are still going to be there, man. You're still going to go to wherever place and sell out that theater. Where some of these dudes are comedian friends who are tied up with these on these networks, like they say one shit, their fucking career is done. Everything will be taken away from them. But you got real fans that fuck with you, and you
Right.
could say whatever you want to them because they're like, and that's what I want. And that's what you guys have out here, and that's what I'm going after. Like, I got a podcast called The History Hyenas.
Yeah, and it's you and Giannis Pappas.
Me and Giannis Pappas, and we go fucking wild on that podcast.
And he's where's he from? He's Greek, isn't he?
He's Greek, yeah. We go wild, and our fans, they're not as powerful and big as your guys' fan bases yet, but it's like, we're trying to get there, man. It's unfiltered shit. We're talking about history, but we're being honest about shit,
Yeah.
So it's dope.
Well, you certainly deserve it, man. You and Andrew Schultz are two of like the funniest guys that I always think about all the time.
Schultzy's got a career that like you, man.
Yeah.
Schultzy, wherever he goes, he sells out, and he put his shit on. Every network said no to Schultzy. Everybody said no to his hour special. Every single
Yeah, they
big
said
one.
he was like a male show. I heard all kinds of
Whatever
weird
bullshit
things.
they said.
But he was the best comedian I saw when I was in New York.
Yep.
You know?
Now he's got millions and millions and millions of views, and what does that translate to? Ticket sales.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to have this mindset where it's like the fans give us power. Like the fans have direct access to us, and we have direct access to them. It wasn't like that in the '90s. It's like you know what I mean. Like Jerry Seinfeld could only be Seinfeld with one show on NBC.
Right.
And there was only one big show. There was a few networks. It's like now with this oversaturation, it's like, man, you could walk past the theater that you have sold out, and people may not even recognize you because they're sold out with your specific fans. Whereas like back in the day, it's like to be like a big, if a guy who's selling out theater tickets, he would not be able to get through the airport without having to take 1,000 autographs.
Right.
But shit's different now.
like John Wayne or
Yeah, man. It's like
who else?
fucking Marilyn Monroe.
No, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem
But
Abdul-
I'm talking about an entertainer though. Maybe John Newton. That's who I'm thinking of.
John Newton.
Let's play the clip real quick.
I fucking hate myself.
Not
man.
Olivia Newton,
I hate myself. This is about my baby mama.
is it? Let's see. Did you just put that up today?
Yesterday.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, I love this.
Yeah, and they told me I can't do that shit on late night because I'm impersonating Puerto Ricans.
That's so funny.
How wild is that?
Yeah.
Isn't it? We live in a fucking Twilight Zone kind of world, man.
But
we
it's a
truly
zone that's
do.
eating itself like that.
Yeah.
All that stuff. It's like, dude, I remember for years, they said, well, you can't do comedy because you were on a reality television show.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then they said, well, you then they'll say, oh, well, we don't need a Southern guy. We don't need this. And there was even no opportunities. There's no shows even. And I'm not even I'm from the South, but
yeah.
I don't
You're not like a Larry the Cable Guy Southern comedian.
Yeah, I don't identify with. I identify just with if anything, I identify with somebody who doesn't feel like they are valued.
Right.
And that could be anyone.
That could be anyone. There you go. Yeah. See, and I feel like my comedy is for anyone who is kind of like misinterpreted, where like you would look at me and think I'm going to talk about whatever football and sports and banging chicks, but I'm really just talking about anxiety,
banging chicks
and Nutella. Let's be honest, banging dudes.
Okay,
yeah. Shout out Grindr, man.
Well, some chicks.
I've had a chick or two.
Yeah,
I don't. That's another thing, man. Here's what I learned about myself. I'm the kind of dude. I fall in love with men, but I have sex with women.
Yeah.
Like I'm in love. Like I could fall in love with you, dude. Like we could go to the beach, we could chill. Like I could do this all day. I'm not trying to have sex with you, but I want to have sex with a woman. Like you'll get me horny and I'll bang out a chick.
Oh, I like
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
That's a wild fucking kind of brain to have, right?
Like tell your friend, hey Amber, come over, bring Keith over for a little bit too before and he can
I want to
leave
talk to
around midnight.
Keith about football and stuff and about like what he feels about shit, but then I want to get in your pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk to you. That's fucking wild.
Oh, that's wild, man.
Yeah.
It is interesting, man. It's
yeah.
It's
you got good hair, bro.
I do?
Yeah, dude. I just fucking wish I could grow my shit out like that. I can't though.
Bro, I wonder how you would look with long hair.
Yo, I would fucking.
Did you have it? Didn't you used to have a ponytail? Somebody said.
Nah, never, bro. If
somebody
I had
said you used to work on like a one of those like daytime cruise boats in like Jamaica, and you're like the white dude with the ponytail.
Dude, you know what we should do? Me and you, we should do a boxing match for charity, and the winner has to get the other guy's haircut. Yeah, you got to come up with this fucking shit.
I will never do a boxing match for charity. It's a great way to end your career, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, they always set you up against somebody who's going to beat your ass.
Yeah. Nah, dude, I feel like you could catch me, man. You could catch me on the chin once, I'd be done.
Dude, if I can't. No, I couldn't do it, man.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting, the stuff that you're saying just about like the industry and like people doing their own thing. I remember after I went on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I left out of there and I was like, man, he has his own thing.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And it really inspired me. I was like, oh wow, I could do my own thing.
I mean, dude, look at all like the big interviews of the last year. Elon, like the big gets, Elon Musk, Barack, Kanye West is like people can't wait for that.
Mike Tyson today. Mike Tyson today.
That shit used to be Barbara Walters, man.
Yeah.
That was Barbara Walters 2020. That's how the country tuned in to that. Now you go to Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things where to have a dude like that as like a gatekeeper is it's cool. I just wish I knew. If I lived out here, I hope I would get to know him better. But that's the only issue still holding New York back is a lot of the dudes that are really popping off, with podcasting. You guys are out here. We have guys in New York like Ari Shaffir and them, and it's awesome to do their shows.
Yeah.
But like popping off like you guys, it's not. We don't have that really yet in New York.
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty fortunate. Yeah, like even this, I get to hang around some of those guys. Like, somebody sent us this picture that a man made.
Yeah, it's fucking dope.
Yeah, I mean, I was so like when I first went on Joe Rogan's, I was so nervous, and even this time, I'm still a little bit nervous. It's like because you almost feel like it is the Tonight Show in some ways.
But you kill on it, man.
But then it's also like trying to get to know him, and like the most time we ever spend together is on there. I mean, we spend time together at the Comedy Store, but it's not like you're sitting down, really being able to communicate one on one.
And see, that's what I like about his podcast and all you guys' podcasts and every podcasting is like. If you gain fans, if I step out of here, like say today, if I step out of here and I've gained some of your fans, I didn't fool them because we're talking for an hour. Like a late night set or a 5-minute thing, you could fool somebody. Like see their 5 minutes at the Comedy Store, whatever. Like, oh, that dude ripped, and then you go watch an hour. It's like, oh, it sucked. If you're listening to me for over an hour and you're in, then you're in.
Then you got an inkling of this guy.
I can't fool you, man. But if after an hour you're like, I don't fuck with this dude, then you're never gonna fuck with me, and that's okay too. But that's why I'm saying, like, that's what I mentioned before. It's like you could go on these big guys' podcasts, and a lot of comedians just come and go on them. But to be able to stick and get their fans, that means like you really move them, and then now they're your fans. You know what I mean? And that's what I want with my career. I just want like
it's gonna happen, dude. It's happening.
Well, no, I want to be one of those guys though. Like people always ask me like, oh, what's your goals and shit. And like my goal, number one, is sell tickets, and number two, I know it's subjective, and it's like people say don't care what people think, and that's true to a degree. But I think it is important to have respect from your peers. I want my peers in comedy to be like, hey, Chris would be funny in any decade. He's not just funny because of the parameters of 2019.
Right.
He's not just funny because he's saying some politically correct, charged
interesting.
message that is getting claps that, yes, he's getting, accolades for now, but it's really only he's getting accolades because times have changed. I want to be like, yo, that dude would have been funny in 1979 and he's funny in 2019.
Yeah.
And there's really no objective way to measure that. That would just be subjectively through my peers being like, oh, that's how we feel about you. So that's what my goal is.
Do you feel like most comedians feel like you're very funny though? There's no doubt about that.
I think you know what it is, man. I think once I started to get in New York, like the OGs out here, like you guys, you got the Joe Rogans and Mark Maron and guys that have been out here for a long time. Like our OGs are like Colin Quinn, Dave Attell, Bobby Kelly. These are like the OGs at the Comedy Cellar. So those guys are. I get invited to those guys' barbecues, and I work with those guys, and they invite me to shows. Like Colin Quinn is like a personal friend of mine. Yeah, so that's more validation for me than any late night shit I ever did, any TV show I ever did. It's like the validation comes from the peers. Like if Colin Quinn's saying, "Hey, I put my stamp on this guy," then that's good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like you have just such a great story. Were you bummed that the how did that feel? Obviously, you were bummed, and you said that the daughter kind of changed it for you, but. Did you feel like, was there a moment when the pilot that you had didn't go? You were like,
I was fucked up, man. I mean, it happened. I was in San Francisco, and they told me, and the flight was taking off, like literally where like when you turn your phone on airplane mode, that last second as the plane starts to accelerate. That's what I was doing, and it was like my thumb was like halfway to that airplane mode, and the text came in on the top of the screen from my manager, CBS pass, sorry, bud, and that's what I mean. And then so it's just like. Airplane mode hit it, and it was just like I got I licked my wounds. I said, you know what, for 5 hours while I'm in the skies, I'm gonna have a few drinks, I'm gonna fucking let loose, I'm gonna be upset, I'm gonna
Who was on there? Anybody cool on the plane?
Nah, it was just me.
Who
and
were you sitting by? Do you even remember that?
Nah, I don't even remember. I was business class, so I got the upgrade to business class luckily right before, so there was some goodwill in it. So I remember I just cried a little bit. I just cried a little bit in the bathroom.
Did you really shed a tear? No,
absolutely. Yeah, because I mean, dude, don't forget for that when they told me, it was 18 months of my life that was on hold. 18 months of my career where it's like, and they do a good job. These networks of making you feel like you're the man, and trust me, man, you're right here. When the reality was, my shit. And here's why it hurt a little bit more. It's one of those things where it's like, if I'm playing a sport, like when I was playing basketball, I would rather lose by 100 than lose by 1 at the buzzer in overtime, because it's like at least 100 you could be like, all right, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
So when they released the Friday in May, when they released, CBS has greenlit these 4 shows. We called my reps called CBS, and they were like, thank you for the opportunity. We just saw the deadline article, we didn't make it. He said, no. The CBS was like, no. They're going to pick up a 5th show. It's between your show and another show. So he's not out yet. We're negotiating right now. Les Moonves and the powers that be at CBS are all talking about, and it took 2 hours, but they picked the other show.
No.
So
what was the other show?
The other show was
wasn't that Malcolm in the Middle, was it?
No. The other show was Living Biblically. It got canceled after 3 episodes. Yeah. The other show was,
dude, and Living Biblically is hard, bro.
Yeah.
First of all,
you trying to do it right now, 43 days in,
dude. You got to buy a bunch of robes.
Yeah,
you got to hide your favorite friend behind a rock.
No matter what the temperatures, you got to go out there in sandals.
Oh, Living Biblically.
The shit got canceled immediately.
Wow.
So
who was in it?
I don't fucking know, man. But it's just that shit got canceled immediately, and I was just like,
lost out. What are some worse shows you could have lost out to?
Slacker Cats.
Slacker Cats. Yeah, Jamie Kennedy was in that. You could have lost out to Gravity Hunters. That would have been bad.
Living Biblically fucking hurt, man. But
did you watch Living Biblically?
Yeah, I honestly watched it really with an open mind, like a true open mind, and I was like, yo, is it just me, or does this shit suck dick? And they were like, my boys were like, yo, this is the worst TV show I've ever fucking seen. And then I waited the next day to they released, they put it out, they released the ratings, and all Variety.com deadline, their first episode of a TV show, they were fucking hating on it. They were like, who green? So when
thoughts and prayers,
buddy wrote on Variety,
so
it was like, it said CBS takes a dump on Monday nights with new pickup of Living Biblically. That's what one of the headlines was. Look, man, and I was like, shit.
That's hectic. Look, I like the Bible, but I'm just saying, if you get Living Biblically in a city.
It's a whack title, too. But I guess they feel like middle America, they live like Iowa lives biblically as fuck.
They have no way to that's another problem with Hollywood, man. I've said this. The people that work in Hollywood are third, fourth, fifth generation.
Right.
And it's predominantly Jewish. I mean, it's a Jewish business. It's
Absolutely.
just like, and so it's like they don't have that much of a connection to...
Yeah.
Well, there used to be people that had moved, to Los Angeles or New York from other parts of America.
Right.
But now it's just third, fourth generation. So a lot of these people don't even know anyone.
Right.
They've never been to visit a family member in different parts of America. So they have no way. So of course a show like Living Biblically to some mutant that has no idea what half of America is like.
And it's like,
oh, that sounds good.
Like Los Angeles too, and many parts of New York now, they feel like little islands off the coast of real America. Like you said, it's so disconnected.
Oh wow, they really do.
It's like little islands off because the actual real America doesn't, give a fuck if there's a transgender Asian lead in a pilot. They just want to be funny. If the transgender Asian lead is funny, they're gonna fuck with your show.
Bang.
But they don't give a fuck. So these people sit in these towers, and first of all, some of the people making decisions on my CBS show were in the accounting department 3 years ago. Now I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm talking about there was a dude who was giving me notes on my comedy who was in the accounting department of CBS 3 years prior and just somehow moved up. So it was like, the one thing that I took away from it, the lesson that I have, because I really did learn shit. I feel like you only learn through pain, right? That's really what I believe. So when I went through that pain, man, it hurt. But what I learned was this. I realized, looking back in hindsight, so many times I overrode my own gut. I overrode my gut in the sense that I would let a CBS person tell me, hey, it would be funnier if you did this, and it would be funnier if you do that, and your comedy should be about this. And I listened to them because I said, you know what? I'm going to listen to them, and then I'm going to get my pilot on the air because it's exactly what they want, and then I can
I'll do what I want.
Speak up myself. And the worst feeling in the world was not only having my pilot not picked up, but looking at it, and even though I was proud of it, because the guys I created with, who created How I Met Your Mother, were great dudes, but when I looked at it, I said, you know what? It turned into their comedy.
Wow.
And I was like, I'll never do that again. Like right now I got a cartoon in development with Comedy Central
right?
about my life. And it's like, I'm good. I can work with teams. I'll take a joke from somebody off the street, because you never know. Gold is gold. It's out there. But if my gut is telling me, no, this is not funny, or no, this is not going to work, then I'm not going to override it anymore. I'm going to say, nope, this is what I want. Because I want to at least live and die with my decisions, not somebody else's decisions that I made because I thought it would help my career, and it didn't. And I learned that the hard way.
But now it's because I hear this a lot, because we're doing a pilot right now with Comedy Central called Man Up, and it's based on people
Scripted
call
show?
into the podcast. No, it's unscripted.
Oh.
So we had 3 digital episodes, and they're online, and a lot of our fans know, or a lot of our the crew that listens know about them. But it's like people call into the podcast, and then we meet up in person and try to help them with some sort of situation that's going on in their life, and maybe not help, but just be part of their life.
That's dope.
So. But yeah, there's some ideas where I'm like, oh, I know this would be super funny. And then I've gotten other ideas from the network. They're like, well, why don't we do this? And sometimes I'm like, and then the producers will be like, well, if you do what they are saying, then because they're going to be some of the ones that are going to make the decision.
That ain't true, though. Because the truth is, well, first thing I'll say this, and I mean this, I'm not just saying this because I have a special on them and I have an overall deal with them. I truly, from my heart, the executives I've worked with, at least in New York, at Comedy Central, and I know some LA dudes, and I put them in the same vein. They are about funny first, and they at least are very experienced in their job. Like, you're not, like, almost all the executives at Comedy Central come from a comedy background. They weren't in the accounting department 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So they know comedy. But still, if its gut for you feels wrong, then you have to override them. But I know more than any other executive I've ever worked with, Comedy Central knows what they're doing. But I feel like yeah. So like if it feels wrong to you, then yeah, I mean there's nothing you could do about it.
Because they tell you, they're like, oh well, you're gonna have if you do this, if they like, you kind of want to appease them some because you want to get what they want. You don't want to give them something that seems so foreign to them.
Well, what's another thing too? It's like, when you
do you think there's some truth to that?
I do, because I think when your producer said to you, oh, give like, do what they say because these are going to be the people making decisions. The truth of the matter is, even with the most seasoned comedy executives, and I'm sure this is true in drama and all that too, but I can only speak for comedy executives, they don't know what they want They don't know. They only know what they want when you show them. So they could say, "Oh, how about this? You know what, Theo? I think you should have that plan over here, and that would be funny." But if you just say, you go rogue and you say, "You know what? I'm putting the fucking plant where I want to put the plant," all of a sudden you're like, "That's genius," and then they pick up your shit.
Right.
Because a lot of times they're going in blind. They don't know. They have no idea what they want until you show it to them. You know, and I learned that when I was casting my pilot, where I was like, because I was on the other side of the camera with CBS, so I watched hundreds of audition tapes, hundreds, and dealt with hundreds of people coming in and out, and everybody that pretty much came in, you know, to be honest with you, there was three of the parts I wanted somebody else, because I was like, when they came in, I was like, no, this is the person. This has got to be the person. But they overrode me because they wanted big celebrities. And I get it. I get it's a business too. I get everything can't be about the art. I get show business.
But stacking things with celebrities is so limiting these days. I feel like it's just like even with the election, it's like, you know, they're like, you know, Hollywood controls so much, and so it's like all the celebrities are like, we all gonna get on the same thing,
but
get on
listen,
the same
man,
train, and it didn't work
because most of America knows it's fake, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. We just know it's very easy to see the bullshit. Like it's very easy to see when you're in an award show, when you're watching an award show, the Oscars, the Golden Globes, whatever, and these celebrities just going up there patting themselves on the back and just being windbags.
Makes me mad, man.
It's so infuriating because you know it's fake, because you know when they go home, they're probably using plastic straws and they don't give a fuck about the turtles. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, 10 years ago, it was like gas-efficient cars, and now that's not even a thing anymore.
That's not trendy anymore.
Like, nobody shows up to Priuses and all of these events and stuff.
It's just,
it makes me mad,
It's just whack, and I think most of the country sees the bullshit. Most of us do.
I agree.
You know, but I've been punched in the face a lot. You've been punched in the face a lot. Like, I live my life in the gray zone because, you know, it's like somebody on Twitter, you know, that wants to stand by his or her opinions. It's like, yeah, you could stand by your opinions and start blocking people, but the truth is, the shit hasn't gotten violent for you. Right. Because I would like, if you're a real fucking martyr, then say what you just said to a person, to somebody who doesn't agree with you, to their face, and then see if you really stand by your opinion. Yeah. I've been hit so much that I fucking, you know, I know, man. It's like, you listen, man, I got opinions, but I'm not standing by anything. Like, you know what I mean? Once you put those fists up, if you want me to change my tune, the tune will be changed, Playboy.
Yeah, man. I mean, it definitely is like the Wild West. Sorry to interrupt the episode, but I gotta know: are you one of the 64% of Americans that drink coffee daily? Well, if you are, why not try and have a new experience? And I'm talking about Four Sigmatic. Let me introduce you to my friends at Four Sigmatic. They've been making drinking mushrooms a thing since 2012. That's right, drinking mushrooms. Now, I'm not talking about them brain boomers that'll get you high and have you out there trying to, you know, rearrange your cousin's cat. I'm talking that Four Sigmatic sells mushroom coffee that actually tastes great, and it's damn good for you. Mushroom coffee has half the caffeine of regular coffee, but it's truly magical. It has lion's mane and chaga. Those are two rock star shrooms. Lion's mane is my favorite functional mushroom. I can't get enough of it. And it's your brain's best friend. If you think about something, if you can't, try lion's mane. It will help you think. Now, chaga, on the other hand, it's a winter necessity. Why be running around without chaga in you when you could have chaga in you? Chaga helps support your immune system because who has time to get sick? Mushroom coffee comes in easy-to-use, single-carry serving packets. You can stash them at your desk, in your gym bag, whatever. You get some hot water, you just dump it right in and mix it. Bam. And I promise you, it is good. It is good. I drink them daily. Oh, did I mention that it's USDA organic and it's paleo certified, has 0 grams of sugar and 0 calories, just a whole lot of power. And we have a special offer for our listeners this week. This past weekend, listeners receive 15% off Four Sigmatic purchase. That's right. Go to FOURSIGMATIC.com/weekend or use the discount code WEEKEND at checkout. That's foursigmatic.com/weekend or use promo code weekend at checkout for 15% off. Now back to me and Chris. I mean, I feel so grateful. I don't even know how I happened into I know I did a lot of work over the years doing stand-up. But
you did your thing, man. You just, and now look, and it's a beautiful thing because now it's like you have an opportunity to like be out here for like long format stuff. People get to know you that feel like they're a part of your family.
Yeah.
And then they come out to the shows, man, and you'll never lose them. You'll never lose the fans. I mean,
I get to have people like you on that I think are funny.
dude, you could do something fucked up tomorrow and maybe you'll lose ads on the podcast.
Yeah.
But you ain't gonna lose your fans.
What do you think I would do that'd be fucked up? An honest crime you could see me doing. Let me take the hat off.
Honest,
so you can
real
guess.
shit that I
Yeah.
could see you doing.
A real crime, and then I'm gonna tell you a couple about you.
Yeah, okay. So like a guy like you, well, first of all, you look like you're on crystal meth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know you're not, but like you look like it would be shocking to me that a guy that looks like you isn't using crystal meth. Like I'm in shock that you're not.
Why? Because there's not a t-shirt under the sweater?
Well,
Because it's just sweater to skin?
It's sweater to skin. Yeah, and really like, and just like the hair and the beard, it's like you just look like.
It's not a beard.
Well, yeah, whatever. Like
Little bit of hair.
You know, he's got like a Civil War head. You know what I mean? And it just looks like you use drugs to like get through your pain. You know what I mean? So I would think so definitely like robbing a liquor store is what you look. You have that robbing a liquor store look. You also look like you could be like you're a suspect. You look like you're in any making a murderer shit. Like you're on the list for sure. You're on the short list. So I would say one of those, either a murder suspect or robbing a bank. But I think like an actual crime you could actually do, like with who you are as Theo, not on drugs, like LA, like as Theo Von right now. So I think I could see you being a distracted driver, texting, and kill a mentally challenged person.
Wow.
That's what I could see you doing, and then leaving the scene of the accident.
Aw.
Yeah, I could see you doing that. And
But
then
do I leave with them? Do I put them back in my car?
Yeah, and then as an attempt to cover, like
And then I raise them at home.
exactly.
Oh, that's a good movie
but you
idea.
but you could lose a sponsor for that.
Yeah.
yeah, you may lose an ad. But that's
What about years later when I reintroduce him to society and
be
he
dope.
can fucking dance?
Yeah, I mean, it's like that movie Nell. Remember
Yeah.
that movie? Yeah, it was just
Would you
Raised
dance?
by Wolves.
And that's
Yeah.
the song at the end. If I asked you to dance.
Fuck
And it's
yeah.
me wheeling him out into a gymnasium.
Yeah, dude.
His parents haven't seen him for years and they're not even excited to see him.
Yeah.
And I wheel him out there
Dude.
and he gets up and just, would you save my soul
Tonight.
I can be. And then he
Yeah.
fucking just pirouettes.
In his wheelchair.
Wow, beautiful.
That's the crime I could see you doing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, what about me?
Two gay guys in the stands just hold a lighter up.
Yeah.
It's like, chill out, fellas, you know?
Yeah.
This boy's mine.
What about me? What do you think I could do?
Let me think. I could see you being like obviously you seem like a dude that works at a toll booth that fucking always
Right.
tells people he's going to do something different. Like on your lunch break, you tell all the black ladies you're going to be doing something different, but
Yeah.
you still keep coming back.
Yeah,
And you always pocket a couple of quarters. You think you have a scheme. It's like stealing like 75 cents a day.
Yeah.
And stacking it up at home for like a big adventure.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
live with my mother for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna head down to
Yeah.
Atlantic City.
Yeah.
So petty crime like that, 75 cents a day
Right.
crime, I could see you doing.
Yeah.
What else? I could see you going into the Air Force. I could see you doing some like AWOL type of shit.
Right, yeah.
Like
yeah.
going rogue, going to another country, going
Yeah.
to Afghanistan or Saddam,
doing some shit like that.
Hussein, yeah, or somewhere Iraq.
And just because I just want to defend freedom and defend my country, I'm killing innocent women and children.
Yeah, some
in the Middle East.
Yeah, some dirty homeland type of
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Next thing you're over there in a fucking sweat lodge, dude.
Yeah.
Just drinking curry through a
Yeah,
straw.
ISIS gets me. They try. I got such a big head. I just keep fucking up their beheading videos.
Yeah.
and I got like a size 8 hat head.
I could see you,
Yeah.
and getting in a lawsuit with New Era hats because they don't have
Yeah.
a proper fit.
Yo, I got a big ass head, man.
You're Dutch, aren't
Yeah,
you?
no, I'm not Dutch. Actually, I thought my whole life I was Italian and German, like every other white piece of shit on the East Coast. But I found that I'm like 70% German.
Wow.
Yeah, mostly German. So,
So you were kind of right.
a little while. Yeah,
that's
alt
crazy.
right.
Yeah. What are some? What's the Louis C.K. situation like in New York? Is it different than it is out here?
I don't know. I mean, he doesn't really come. He doesn't pop up out here, right?
No, I heard one. You know what? There was one night where I heard that he was at like the Lyric Theater or something, and this was about 6 weeks ago. But that's I just heard it from one person, and so I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, he pops up, around like Comedy Cellar and shows like that, and it's just like it's one of those things. I think the main difference that I see now is he doesn't really hang out. He just comes, does his spot, and leaves.
Does he seem nervous?
And
just vibe, just by
just
vibe.
a vibe.
You can get a lot by vibe.
I would say the first night I was there, the first night he came back, he was nervous for sure. I think even he would admit that. How could you not be?
Yeah.
But now not so much. I mean, he's buried in his notes, kind of writing thing. Comes out. He's got to deal with every time he goes up. People will walk out and leave. He's gonna have to probably deal with that for as much as he comes in unannounced to a comedy club. He's gonna have to deal with people being like, "We want our money back." It's just it's just what it is in society right now. To be honest with you, man, every time he goes up, he murders. He rips. Like the people there, they because it's like it's good jokes. It's like look, Bill Cosby's in prison because what he did was a crime and he doesn't deserve a chance. And maybe he would after he's rehabilitated in prison. That's what these laws are. That's why we have laws. Then, yeah, hypothetically, he should be allowed to come back because he did his time. Louis C.K. never committed a crime.
Right.
For sure, what he did was outside the fringes of what's normally socially accepted
Well, it's
sexual
hella
behavior.
vegan, too. Jerking off on a plane is hella fucking vegan, dude.
Yeah, and he putting that net. Yeah, and look at, I mean, it's energy
bro.
into energy,
in Los
bro.
Feliz, that's a soup out here in fucking,
Yeah, man. I'd eat that.
in North Hollywood, bro.
Yo.
I'd have a little. I'm not gonna have a lot.
Yeah. But it's like, what the shit, of course it was,
Right. The media definitely got a hold of him. He definitely.
this guy doesn't deserve to lose his life and his career. Not even
Definite
fucking
abuse
close.
of power.
Yeah.
And he always, whenever I saw him, he seemed like he had a real hard ego, like just like.
Yeah.
But he was also the biggest comedian, like
Yeah.
like real comedian.
Yeah,
Him and
think about
Bill
how
Burr.
hard it is to be at the top like that. Everybody asking you for shit, wanting shit from you. So, look, man, I don't know Louis too well. The few times I have been around him, he's been kind to me. He really has been. And, but, I know, like, the situations that he put some people in, it wasn't right, but it's not a crime. And he doesn't deserve to lose his career over it.
Yeah.
I don't think so, man. I think if you commit a crime, then, yeah. You like Cosby is what happened to Cosby is right. Harvey
Yeah.
Weinstein, these guys, if shit's proven, you should go to jail for that.
Yeah, he got caught up in that. He definitely was in that tidal wave of
Yeah.
stuff that was going on at the same time.
Yeah, man. So it's like, but look, rules have changed now. I think the positive things about all these movements is I know at some, there's people that take advantage of them and then the media wants to jump on that too and people want to jump on that. But look, things have changed, man. I'll tell you what, I've always respected women. I grew up around all women, but like I certainly...
It made me think about my actions.
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
like made
and
me
it's
think
good.
like, you know what? The way I was in 2010, I still wasn't not raping anybody or assaulting anyone, but I maybe wasn't as self-aware as I am now.
Yeah.
So that's positive. I think that's ultimately what they wanted. You know?
Oh, there's definitely some positives.
Yeah, there's always going to be because it's like, people walk around in fear now and say, oh, guys say I can't do anything. It's like, well, you can't be an asshole.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
if some girl comes accusing me of shit, it's like, it's not going to be true.
Well,
you know what I mean? I don't do anything.
It made me think about it made me think about a couple things. It made me think like, wow, it did make me look at myself.
Yeah.
A couple things, even some of these movements, like when the Black Lives Matter stuff was happening, it was real, big, more popular.
Right.
That was a time like when the Trump was running for president and everybody was like really divided, and that's a time when I felt like, dude, there's nobody even in, like, I came all the way to LA to be I felt like I grew up really a Democrat, like I grew up poor, I grew
Southern
up wanting
Democrat, yeah.
opportunities, I grew up never liked the rich really because the one thing I didn't like about the rich was that if one of them got in trouble for something, they were able to get out of it.
Right.
Before, it never got to the papers the next day. It never.
Sure.
In the middle of the night, there was some phone calls
Money
made,
talks.
and they were able to get through it. Somebody knew somebody. And that's the thing that always, because then there was no consequence for them.
Right.
And so that always just made me so angry.
Right.
But anyways, then I get out to LA, and then I'm like, looked at as like, everybody just immediately is like, oh, well, this guy's just a redneck. This guy's an idiot.
Right.
Just because of the way that I sound or just because of like
you get judged.
Yeah, because of my skin. And it made me, and I couldn't, I was like, there's not even any roles for me here, you know?
Right.
Like, when have they even championed a Southern comedian? And
so, but that's what I'm saying.
since when? Larry the Cable Guy, that Jeff Foxx, that's 25 years ago.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I think what you did is so great because you just built your own way.
Yeah.
And thank God we have the opportunity to do that in 2019 because if this was 1999, you would be fucked.
Right.
Now
That's a good
you're
point.
not.
But now it made me think, but in 99, I think you still have some opportunities. They had like shit like the Torkelsons and fucking some other shows.
They had Living Biblically.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Yo, that shit was a piece
just
of
the
shit.
10 of us. I mean, they were all
you
women.
guys make some dumb decisions. I'm saying that publicly. CBS.
Oh, dude.
Yo, should have kept your boy.
These people, look, I can't even imagine the number of bad shows that have been passed around these troubled rooms.
Yeah.
Like, that's
The
a show I could have been
Torkelsons.
on, the dang Torkelsons.
I would have fucked
Definitely
with
thought
that.
you made that up.
Yeah.
I look
No,
like the kid with the blue pants.
I thought it was a group of people. I thought it was like a cartoon of like seahorses.
What station
But-
was it on?
Oh, I don't know.
ABC, NBC
It's only
show?
we had 2 stations. It was on one of them.
Yeah.
But I remember this. So this is what I remember. I remember being like, man, because of how I sound or how I looked, and I'm not gonna have it. I'm not gonna have any opportunities, right? I remember really feeling that, and then I was like, man, this must be how black people feel sometimes.
Probably.
Or this must be how.
Yeah.
Latinos never complain, really.
No.
Latinos are gonna hopefully,
They work
I
their
hope,
ass off, yeah.
take over the world, bro.
Yeah.
And I would happily say
Absolutely.
bienvenidos.
Because
you know?
that's why
they deserve it.
That's why I have a Puerto Rican daughter, man. I fucking gotten that shit early, man. I did it for my career, 100%. Because I'm a straight white male. We're very easily hateable, and I look like a tiki torch. You know what I mean? I look like the problem. I look like I'm an undercover cop. So my Puerto Rican daughter, man, it's like, what are you going to say to me now? I'm like, fucking, I got my baby Puerto Rican girl.
Yeah.
You know?
You look like definitely like a guy that works at the church that gets busted,
100%.
like a church pastor, but the shady one.
Yeah. I look like somebody's ex.
Yeah.
I look like I look like somebody's ex-husband.
Yeah,
That's what I.
Dude, you look like definitely every ex-husband in a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, like you're dating this girl, you're in love with her, and then she's like, "Oh, I have a kid with this guy,"
Darren.
and it's a fucking letdown. You're like, "Oh, fuck, I gotta do this guy's got to be a part of my life."
Yeah, you look like you definitely should carry a lunch pail.
Yeah, 100%. Or like I'm coming up with some like fucking protein infused vodka or some shit, like, and it's a dumbass invention.
But it made me feel like that. It brought that. It brought that. It brought it into my mind and it brought it into my heart. I was like, man, this is how.
Yeah.
Somebody must feel if they don't feel like they have an opportunity.
Right.
And so that was, I never would have had that.
Yeah.
And now that's just at a macro level. At a micro level, some people don't take advantage of their opportunities.
Yeah.
Some people have a million opportunities, no matter what color their skin are, and they never really do anything.
And like when you just put the product out there, when it's unfiltered, uncensored, it's like just coming from my brain, like as the artist. Like I'm sure you find like my fan base at the History Hyena podcast, it's so culturally diverse. It's so culturally diverse. It's crazy. Men, women, all different races, religions. And I'm sure you feel the same, because funny is funny, man. But these executives and these people and these so-called gatekeepers and bloggers want to say, oh, you have to talk about this group or do that. It's like, yo, bro, funny has no race. It's a universal language. It's like, that's what brings shit together. Like my pops, old school Italian guy, right? Like nowadays in 2019, you could blog about him and you could make my father a villain, when in reality, my dad in 2012, when Hurricane Sandy happened and it like ravaged New York, Staten Island, where my pops lives, the coast of Staten Island got fucked up, and most of it was Latino immigrants and black people, most of it. But my dad's house was not touched. So my dad rented a U-Haul truck every single day, went down there, helped out the families, and even for 2 weeks let two separate families stay in his house because they had nowhere else to go. But while he was doing that, my dad's just an old school kind of guy, comes from a different world. He was making jokes. Like one guy's name was Jose. He kept calling him Juan. He kept telling him like, "Hey, don't steal my silverware." He'd be like, "You guys want to play bait?" Like just corny old hack jokes. But the truth is like all those families, they love him like he's their dad because he saved their lives for 2 weeks.
Right.
So it's like everybody wants to. I feel like as a society, we're in defense mode. It's like somebody gets famous. Oh, now we're waiting for that person to fuck up, dig through their tweets. What's gonna go wrong? Like with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Oh, go back 10 years to find tweets. Like, well, if you really wanted, if actions truly spoke louder than words, just that bullshit that they regurgitate, that to be honest, mostly the left regurgitates.
Yeah.
But actions speak louder than words. Then you would see Kevin Hart's actions in 10 years finding no tweets, but all of a sudden, to make the narrative good for you, you're going to flip it and say, oh, now words are louder than actions. So it's like, you playing an unwinnable game. That's why having a podcast and having your own fan base is my goal, because I can speak to my people. I'm immune to all, like you're immune to all that shit, man.
Yeah.
You look at, nobody's digging through your tweets, and if they are, they're your fans.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like also like I just don't understand how you don't like expect that. Like, how can you be like, everybody deserves the opportunity to change, but then you're preaching that all the time, but then there's no empathy for people. There's no like, well, what if somebody does change? Like, how can somebody not change? Like, you should be great. You saw something 10 years ago. You don't see anything now. Yeah, it's like even like those. The Charlottesville when they had the tiki torture guys or whatever, but 60 years ago or something, or 40 years ago, they had, in the 60s, they had like a Klan rally, I think, that had 50,000 people in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, man.
Like, what a great progress. Like, sure, that's fucked up, but it's like, why not be like, oh, the last ditch effort of some maniacs?
In 1938, the Nazis sold out Madison Square Garden. My peoples, they sold out MSG.
Damn. How many shows do they do?
I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. You can say what you want about Hitler. I'm not a fan, but my man sold tickets.
Yeah,
the Nazi party was deep. Mm-hmm. He was selling out theaters in Germany. So
it's like Jeff Dunham.
Yeah,
it's like Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham and Hitler are the same fucking dude.
It's like John Wilkes Booth, dude. Yeah, he fucking fucking that dude.
Yo, he could act, man. You know,
he could pack a theater.
He packed the theater out, man. He had bars, but you know what I mean. He killed old Abe.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I guess it is kind of freeing to realize, like, yeah, I guess it was like, yeah, we just have to try and make something else happen of our own. You know?
No, dude, what you're doing, well, I'm telling you, man, it's the best. It's just like self-start, and then you cannot take it away. And it's exactly what Joe Rogan. I mean, I know Joe Rogan did a lot of with the Fear Factor and all that other stuff, but I mean, the things that people are hanging their hats on now is things they built, not that somebody else built, not that somebody else is in control of.
Yeah,
like who cares? Like, what? Even if let's say Louis C.K., right? If he started a podcast tomorrow,
it would be the top podcast.
Well, it'd probably be a top podcast, but it's like, he would monetize it instantly and still be able to make. You can't tell him he can't do a podcast.
Right.
You could tell him he can't be on FX anymore. You could tell him, you know what I mean? He's not doing these commercials. Theaters could close their doors, but you can't. The fucking people. Yo, if he speaks to the people, man, it's like, nah.
Let the people decide.
Absolutely, and then you could be like, hey, listen, if you want to get Louis C.K. podcast, it's $1 a month. Trust me. There's thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that would do that just to hear it, just because they're fans of his work. And I'm not advocating for him. I'm just using him as an example where it's like, if really in 2019, like, you can't be stopped. You know, if you put your mind and your will to it and you want to say, this is what I want to do, then you got to just go do it, because there's no excuses anymore.
Yeah, that's what Donnell Rollins said. And we were just talking about this with Kevin Nealon the other day. But yeah, that's what Donnell Rollins said. He said, for black people, white, for anybody, you know, there's no excuses, you know.
Yeah.
He said that he felt like once Barack Obama was president, that like you can't be a black person anymore and say like, oh, I don't have this opportunity. Or
right.
I still think there should be more opportunities for Latinos though in America.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, how you don't have a Latino on the fucking Los Angeles Lakers, bro?
I know. Well, you know what? Here's
99% of your offense is of your audience, of your fans are Latinos, bro.
I know. Well,
I want to see fucking Hector out there, dude, shooting a 9-pointer, bro.
Yeah.
You know? Wearing fucking Dickies, dog.
Yeah.
You know?
And Converses.
Yeah, bro.
You know, fucking sick.
And he fucking only gets to shoot 9-pointers,
with cigarettes in his ears.
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
But that shit would be beautiful,
yeah,
you know?
I mean, Latinos, I mean, they're going to be the majority. I believe they're going to be the majority for the population in our country very soon. I think in the next few years. So, yeah, they certainly need to be more represented.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, everybody's like, oh, you got to have this person, you got to have that person. It's like, well, you got to break down society. It's like, let's talk numbers here. Majority of our society is this race or that. And majority of our society is, you know, this sexual orientation and this religion. So it's like, when you talk about television specifically, that's what it's geared towards. It's like, yes, you know, you have to have everybody represented, but you got to understand there's different percentages of people. I think here's the thing. Here's how I feel. Everybody, you need to treat every single person fairly and with respect. Anybody that comes into my life, I treat them fairly and with respect. I don't care what your orientation is, race, religion, whatever. But when we go along with this narrative, we're all created equal, it's not true.
It's not true.
It's just not a true thing. It's something that is being pushed. That's a fucking lie that I think it's unfortunate for. Like, my daughter, I'm going to be honest with her. Be like, listen, we're not equal. Okay, and that doesn't mean you treat anyone any differently than anybody else. You love and respect everyone.
Yeah.
And you be friends with everyone. But to think that you have the same opportunities as other, it's a lie. And not in America, it's a lie.
I don't want them, bro. Like, when I look at, like, you know, like, you don't really want it. Like, in the end, like, it's like, you know, like in the past year, I've had opportunity to be like, you know, to kind of just be in a different space, you know, like even a year and a half ago, it's like, yeah, it's definitely different, like going and having people come out to the shows. Sure. But it's like, I wouldn't have changed, you know, I don't think I really would have changed anything the more I think about it. It's like the best, like that chip on your shoulder was the most enjoyable part of my life.
Absolutely.
So far. I mean, I don't know the joys of having a child or having that sort of thing yet, but like having a, like Joe Rogan's was talking about, they had universal income, and where everybody would get a flat amount so that their basic needs were met. Mm-hmm. So then after that, if everybody's basic needs were met, then they could focus more on their well-being, you know?
Right.
And advancement and stuff like that. You pull that up, a universal basic income?
That's a dope thing to think about.
Right, but...
What is this from? You saying he did this?
No, it's just been something that's just been kind of discussed. I mean, I don't know if there'd be a way to really fund it.
So what, like a socialist kind of experiment?
It's kind of a socialist idea. But then I was thinking about it more. I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, but where would people, would there be as much incentive, you know? Like, you don't have a comeback story then. You don't have Rudy Rudiger, you know?
No, listen, man. I think like America, the reason why America, everybody wants to come here and it's still the number one country in the world is because it's capitalist. It's a capitalist society. So it's like, you have to be, you have to be unbelievably good in this country to get ahead. And there's positives in that. I think, but the catch-22 is with capitalist society comes greed. I mean, like doctors in England don't need boats. You know what I mean? Like a national healthcare setting, like a doctor's still a great job, but they're making $150,000 a year. Doctors here are multi-millionaires. So that's going to change a person, and the evil parts of a person's brain are going to, the ego. You're leaving the ego unchecked, so it's inevitable. But I think it's hard to say, well, let's take that away, because that's what makes America America. Is like you can make it here, you can make it anywhere, and the only way that that's saying remains true is by having capitalism be the thing that's governing us.
And I think greed is going to become. I just have this thought that greed is going to become like the bad thing,
right?
Know?
Yeah,
because it is so. Like at a certain point, it's just dirty. It's dirty. At a certain point, it's like, what are you doing? Like when you raise kids that have no idea, that have never waited a table or never been a bus boy or never had an experience of like, being having to do anything for themselves. It just, I don't know. You don't get the most out of life that way either. Like, dude, the best parts of my life have really been the shittiest.
Of course, dude. Every time I think about comedy, when I'm like reminiscing about shit, it's always those first 2-3 years when you're like really grinding it out, doing open mics, meeting people, seeing everything for the first time. I fantasize and romanticize that part of my career because I'm like, oh shit, like it was a bond there. Now it's like sometimes, you're in a city alone, you're on stage, you're doing shit alone. Like, you see your friends popping off, but it's from afar. It's like back in the day, it's like, hey, if somebody just got passed at a comedy club, they would throw a celebration.
Yeah.
It's but I think what's good about my daughter is things have flipped now in the sense that my daughter's number one, my career is number two. I still give I give a lot of energy to my career, and I want, I'm out here right now to do things for my career. So the only times I step away from my daughter is if it's worth it, either financially, or if it's going to push the ball ahead in my career, because that enhances her life. But I'm not, some of my peers I'll notice, like, that have children, they'll be like, oh man, I got to go on the road for a month. It's just a job. It's like, no, it's not, you fucking idiot. You don't have to do that. You're doing that because, you're putting your career first. And what happened was, when I put my career second, number one, my career is better than it's ever been, and it's going up. Everything's going up, so I didn't lose any steam because I still do my work. I still work at it. But it kind of made me realize, like, the ugly parts of our career, like the like the loneliness of it, or like the greed, or like, do I really need to go after everyone on social media? Do I need to post this thing just to have a chance to go viral?
Right.
Like, how much of myself do I want to sell?
Right.
Do I want to go out in the middle of the street and pull my dick out so it could go viral? Do I want to do that?
Right.
And when I put my career second, the answer was no, because the truth is, I want to sell out. I don't need to sell at arenas, but I'd like to sell out theaters.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those guys like, I'll do anything to make it. That's not true.
Yeah. That's
I'll do anything.
There's
I'll do anything
guys
to
like
make
out there that I see sometimes. Like, I don't know. I've worried that I'm just not gonna run out of good ideas if I don't be a good person. That's like my thing.
Well, I think that's just positive. I believe a lot in energy now. Ever since I had my kid, like, love, the energy, like, love is an energy, and it's real, and it's palpable, and I feel it with my daughter.
Well,
like,
mail us some, dude. We need some out here in Los Angeles.
Come here. I'll get whatever.
Trouble.
You want to see that remote dick?
We're missing some. No, I do not. Today's episode is brought to you by Robinhood. Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos, all commission-free. While other brokerages charge up to $10 for every trade, Robinhood doesn't charge any commission fees, so you can trade stocks and keep all of your profits. Plus, there is no account minimum deposit needed to get started, so you can start investing at any level. The simple, intuitive design of Robinhood makes investing easy for newcomers and experts alike. View easy-to-understand charts and market data. Place a trade in just 4 taps on your smartphone. You can also view stock collections, such as 100 most popular. With Robinhood, you can learn how to invest in the market as you build your portfolio. Discover new stocks, track your favorite companies, and get custom notifications for price movements so you never miss the right moment to invest. Right now, Robinhood is giving listeners of this past weekend a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help build your portfolio. Sign up at weekend.robinhood.com. That's right, a free stock like Apple or Sprint or Ford to help you build your portfolio. Sign up at weekend.robinhood.com.
I want some fucking home fries.
What are we
man.
talking about,
Some
Nick?
breakfast potatoes.
What are we talking about today? What's in the news today, Nick?
Let's see. This happened a little while ago, but
Okay.
it's kind of relates to this podcast. Our man Chris Hansen, and actually more news as we record this just broke. He's being evicted from his apartment.
Wow.
Yeah, what was he doing? Cashing blank checks?
Yeah, he got in trouble. He bought some merch from a vendor.
Okay.
Owed him $13,000. Tried to write out 2 checks to him to pay him back. Kept begging for more time. Those checks bounced, so the guy called the cops, and there's his mugshot. And now
That's a crime if one of your checks bounces? Like if I wrote a check that bounced,
Yeah.
that's a crime?
Yeah, you should call your daughter's school right now.
Yeah, because I've had a couple of those puppies bounce.
Dude, it'll always bounce. I remember they would come back NSF, insufficient funds.
Yeah.
And I'll
I
say
don't
this, man.
understand,
Chris Hansen was on here.
On the show?
Yeah.
Really?
And
That's fucking dope.
And it was cool. It was cool.
yeah, it was a great
Definitely excited.
episode.
It was
Yeah.
a fun episode. It was interesting.
He seemed like a good dude, right? Warm dude.
He did seem like a warm dude.
I mean, he probably still is. This doesn't make him a bad dude.
no, this doesn't make him a bad dude.
Yeah.
But
A pattern of behavior to us.
a pattern of behavior. And so he had an experience at a hotel. We put him up for a night in a hotel and flew him out here. Right.
Right.
So, and that's the only guest that we've done it for.
Right.
I'm a big Chris Hansen fan.
Of course.
I wanted him to, I
Yeah.
just wanted to be able to sit down with him and chat.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I did that good of an interview, but I think that it was, we learn as we go. But then he ran up extra nights extra stuff at the hotel, and tried to keep it onto our tab, even though it was.
Oh, like what? Like dinners and drinks and shit like that?
We agreed to only one night. He tried to do 3. Say he didn't have his credit card when he left the hotel. Huge room service bills.
So this isn't shocking to you, is what you guys are saying? Because it was shocking to me, but
I thought it was a misunderstanding when it happened at the hotel, but then you see this.
if you
and
see
you're
this and it pattern.
yeah, he's like a anti-hero. He's like catching
Yeah.
predators, but he's a klepto behind the scenes.
Yeah.
This feels like it's got gambling written all over it.
Spa,
know what I mean?
he had
Like
some
he's
spa
fuck-
treatments. I don't know if it's a gambling. I think
No, in the sense that guys who are compulsive gamblers and gamble their funds away got to do shit like this.
It's always I need more time. I need more time.
As soon as you said that he said I need more time, that's gambling. That feels like he's a gambler.
because of time. Because if I get this next bet, then I'll
Yeah,
be even.
it feels like that's what it feels like. But I could be wrong.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing that makes me think it just kind of. I don't know. The first thing I thought was, man, I wouldn't do this to somebody. I wouldn't, have an extra $1,500 worth of hotel bill.
That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, right. For a couple of nights at a hotel.
Yeah, I would never do that.
And try to be, and
And he never paid you guys back. You got footed with that bill.
we got literally according to the girl that helps us, arrange some of this. She said that he was walking out of the hotel and she was on the phone with the guy with the front desk, and the lady was literally saying, Mr. Hansen, to have him put down
his card. So he had to.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he had to. So
Wow.
but I don't. And the crazy thing is, he didn't seem like, if I'd have tried to call him or try to reach him, like he wouldn't have, kind of tried to answer. Like he wouldn't have answered the phone. It seemed like he would have answered the phone. He would have communicated.
Yeah.
But so it just kind of hurt my feelings a little, because it was like, oh, I wouldn't do that to somebody,
So
it
you had a
must
bit
be-
of a sour taste in your mouth for Hansen after that experience, before the shit happened.
Yes,
Interesting. That's
I
very
did a little
interesting.
bit. And he even texted me today. I didn't text him back, but when he
Yeah, you don't text people back. You make people feel bad, man.
That's
I
true.
had 2 texts out to you. Can't wait to see you play, boy. I'm in L.A. Miss you, love you, and you just wrote back, I'll be at the studio in 15 minutes.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I was running late.
But that was. But I texted him 3 days ago.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
That's true.
Really, really
But look,
late.
man.
Yeah.
Dude,
Fucked
obviously
up, bro.
there's enough of attraction between us. I don't want you getting any wrong ideas,
Yo.
But the thing was, it was like, what? But why would you? It must be some sort of it felt like an addiction that he had.
Compulsion.
Because compulsion. That's
Compulsion,
a much
yeah.
better word. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think could be.
Like, yeah, what
kleptomania.
is he like? Is it to spend? Like, I wonder what that is. To the need to live at a certain means. Because we put him up at, I think it was a Four Seasons, somewhere nice.
Somewhere nice, yeah.
So it was, it's
Probably
like,
an adrenaline rush. I bet you it's connected to adrenaline, man.
or living a That's the thing that's scary about popularity and about your ego is that
it warps you, man. It's almost like people who get extremely famous, it becomes like that's a mental health issue.
Yeah.
Like being a big celebrity is a mental health issue that people like. It's almost like quarterbacks, got to take those tests. NFL, NBA rookie camps, they have to go mandatory 2-week training, mandatory about how their life's going to change. That should be with celebrities. You become an A-lister.
Yeah.
Deadline says you're an A-lister, a Variety, whatever. You got to take a fucking course.
Take the fucking
You got to
course,
take
dude.
a course, bro.
The Wonderlick.
The Wonderlick. Sorry, I was about to say the Wonderlust because I'm a fucking dumb piece of shit.
No, you're an okay guy.
I appreciate it, brother.
Well, let me watch the
You
special.
think I look thinner, or what do you think? Or I still look fat?
Well, the jacket definitely looks like something that a trans worker wears.
Yeah.
Or somebody that operates transit,
Okay, yeah.
A bus
I
driver
thought it was like a
wears.
transgender jacket.
Oh, no, it's definitely like a sexy bus driver.
Fuck
You
yeah,
know,
dude.
Something that a bus driver got their wife or husband. That's by rate. That's by crotch.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I fucking it's fake leather too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got that rare body type. I got it. I'm built like a Conestoga wagon.
Yeah,
you know?
bro. Yeah, I got
that rare.
I'm a letdown for women, man. I feel,
Are you?
Yeah, because when I take my shirt off, it's a mess.
But you go to the gym all the time.
I do, but I just, you know what I mean? I just got flubber. So there's nothing I could do, I told you the guy told me I had leading man face, best friend body.
Really?
Some casting director said you got leading man face, best friend body. That's a fucked up thing to say, but it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I tweeted it,
Yeah, you got those blue eyes though, dude. You look like a handsome guy who kind of got like when he like some elevator doors kind of smashed
on him. Yeah.
But the blue eyes are a get out of jail free card, dude.
Well, I think women feel like I could protect them because I'm a bigger dude and whatever. Yeah. But I feel like, I noticed like the pattern. It's like the first month women are really into me, and then it slowly starts to be like, oh, this guy wasn't what I thought he was.
Oh, wow.
So, but it's all good.
Do you really notice that pattern?
I notice that pattern. Like girls are usually they're really in the first few weeks, and then they're really out. After that, like, cause biting my nails, eating my boogers, doing shit like, being too open with them. Like, hey, I slept in the bed with my mom till I was 15. Having anxiety, being scared of the dark, not being able to fix shit. Having one titty like way bigger than the other. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Farting. Like that's the real me. I'll bite my toenails.
Yeah. Don't be the real you, dude, for other people.
Yeah.
Save the real you for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, but it's so true. If we were all ourselves, like, if people really knew about all, and I try to share as much as I can before, sometimes it's like, but if people really knew, like, some of our behaviors, I think now that's an interesting thing. I think it's okay if people know your fears. Yeah. Because that's something they can really relate to. Right. But some behaviors make people really sketchy. You know?
Man. Like, and
like I met a girl one time, sorry to interrupt you, but I don't want to forget this, and I will forget. She had, and we dated for a while, and she would wear the same panties, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes she would wear them backwards. Wow. And one time they had like a little kind of nudie kind of touch on the front.
Did she have fumes?
I don't know what that is, but
fume, like, did the vag smell? And
I don't know. Like I don't remember about all that.
That's a big thing if a girl has fumes or not.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
This girl just had switched her underwear around, Yeah,
but that may give off some fumes.
Yeah, well, when I see them switch, I'm out, bro.
You're out. You were just out immediately.
I'm not some guy who's letting a girl.
You're fucked up, dude.
First of all, that is straight up how they make pink eye. Okay, right. That is where it's made.
I had pink eye the other day. It was fucking wild. I had a big ass sty in my eye. Yeah, it was from farting on my phone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that shit was wet, right? My fans call me Chrissy Well Farts.
Do they really?
Because my shit sound like they're in a well, underwater ass crack. Yeah, I got a deep asshole, man. That's what it is.
Really?
Yeah. I had to get a colonoscopy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the doctor, because I was telling him, like, I played some audio on my farts, and I sent him some pictures of my shits in the office, and he was like, "We need to take a look." And when they went in there, he said,
"Take a look."
He said I was all good.
Jerry Nasser, was it that fucking gymnastics?
Larry Nasser.
He
said we got to take a look, and then he told me, he said everything's fine, but he said, in clinical terms, said I have a very deep rectum.
Oh wow!
So he said that's what's causing the sounds of the farts.
It's pretty cool. Rectum damn near killed him. That's Chris Farley. Did he say that line? Rectum damn near killed him.
Sounds familiar.
Nick's sister does colonoscopies.
Oh, she's a GI doctor?
No, she's not.
She's just running freelance, bro.
Oh, wow.
Not
basically-
colonoscopies, colonics.
Oh, colonics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cleans your whole shit out.
You
But
can pretty
colon-
much just come off the street.
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, basically, the van will pull up.
you know.
Just
You ever
try-
done one of those? You ever got your shit cleaned out like that?
No, dude. I'll let God do what He needs to do inside of my body. You
Right,
know what
right.
I'm saying?
Respect.
I'm living biblically.
Living
you know?
biblically.
I'm living biblically.
What a piece of shit.
Did we have some questions that came in for Chris, Nick?
When was the last time you cried? Like sobbing? Like really cried?
First of all, that guy looks like a sexy member of ISIS. Right? Doesn't he just look like a handsome
He
terrorist?
does. Can we pull him
Looks
back
like a
up?
handsome terrorist, that fucking guy.
God.
Cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a fucking hot, just model for a jihad.
Yeah, like if terrorists wanted to like take you on like a weekend adventure,
Yeah.
he would
Yeah.
be the host. You
He
know,
would be the host. Yeah. The last time I cried, was actually about 4 days ago. I cried because I was talking to my kid's mom about my daughter. And just we were just having a conversation, and I was just telling her like I just got emotional. I was just thanking her for giving me Delilah.
Oh, wow.
And then I just started to get like real. I just started to cry, and she was like, she kicked me out, but it's what it is. We're not together anymore.
That's
so-
powerful.
yeah, but I started to cry.
Wow. Will you guys have another kid? You think you and her?
If I'm good, this is how wild I am, and just how I feel. If I'm gonna have another child, I'd prefer it to be with her. I don't want my daughter to have different moms. I want my daughter's sibling to have a different mom.
Yeah.
So it's like I'd rather if I'm gonna, even though we're not together, she's not interested in that. She doesn't want to have more kids. But I if I was gonna have another kid, I'd prefer it to be with her.
Like, let's do it this way. At least
Even if
then.
we're not together, and I'm not saying we're getting back together. It's like this. You know what I mean?
No,
But
that's
she's not.
huge.
She's not interested in it.
Well, it's so huge because
Yeah.
it's like, and that's a sweet thing, man. I can imagine that, like just, feeling like, wow, I have this gift, and even though it's my daughter, like I wouldn't have it, even with this person
Yeah.
that I may not even always get along with perfectly.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have it. If
I
it
would
weren't
not
for
have it,
them.
and she harbored her life, and she's like the mom is the most important. So sometimes you just got to be thankful, even though like we go through our own bullshit romantically, or we did. Yeah, she just needs to be thanked.
Yeah.
because Delilah changed my whole life.
Yeah, my dad used to say, what would he say to us? He would say, you got to always love your mother. That's what he said.
Yeah.
You got to always love your mother. Because, I think no matter, sometimes even what our moms do to us or they don't do to us or provide or don't, the simple fact that they went through all that is
Right.
pretty
Yeah.
pretty severe.
Pretty severe.
Because a woman even, women, they get a little bit, they really, a lot of their aging happens when they have a child.
Sure. Yeah, the
know?
child takes, and that's why it's like,
Children are burglars, man.
bro, it's burglars. And that's why, that's why I say love is powerful, and I think can be measured, because it's like the kid, what it does to a woman's body and how much it changes her life. The only way that you don't remove it from your life, because all you could do is not feed it or smother it and it's gone.
Yeah.
But the only reason, like a bug, you have no attachment to, is fuck it. But a bug's a living thing, like a child's a living thing. But it's like there's like love. Love is the energy that keeps it together and keeps your child alive in the beginning. Of course it's nurturing and food and all that, but it's really love. If you don't have love, if you didn't love it, you'll just walk away from it, and the child can do nothing. So it's all love.
And that
does
probably
it.
happens sometimes, too.
Oh, absolutely. You hear about it all the time. People leaving their babies out on doorsteps, out in the cold, whatever they do.
Yeah.
You
At
know?
the Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Dunkin' fucking Donuts.
But I like that. I wonder if I thought about this a couple years ago, if they would have an app that would, you could find someone you wanted to start a family with.
Yeah.
And it was just on that, like, I want to meet somebody to have a kid.
Right.
Not about the love. It's not really about our connection.
Yeah.
But to see, like, how do we live close enough? How would we, would this person be a loving enough person to have a child with? It just seems like a safer play sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in some ways, you're not sharing it with the person, but like you donate. I've donated my sperm, and I was chosen not. I don't want to be
dude?
notified, but like somebody's,
You serious, man?
bro? Yeah, and the
What
doctors.
are you doing, bro?
Bro, the doctors told me in there. They said, look, because I got a doctorate degree. They're like, you got a doctorate degree. They're like, so your sperm will be women are going to take the sperm
Fuck,
because the
bro,
level of
that's
education.
So you have children out there, probably.
Probably, but I told them like I don't want to be notified.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I just wanted to give that glue
You're
out.
a deadbeat dad,
I wanted to
bro.
give that glue out, bro. No, but my point is like what you just said. It's like when you donate your sperm, like women are out there that are like, you know, maybe they're a lesbian couple or maybe they just don't want a man in their life, but they want to procreate. So that's kind of what they do. She looked at my profile. If someone did pick,
They have a picture too.
they have everything. They
What
have
kind of headshot did you give them?
was
it high school or what was it?
No, I took a picture in the office.
Dude, I would only donate a little bit of sperm to him. How much did you give him?
I gave him one load, man. I gave him one fucking
load, bro?
Yeah, I shot it out.
What a cheap date, dude.
Dude,
How much did they give you?
What did I get? Maybe 125, 150. yeah. Cash money, play. Cash money, cuz.
Bro, what a whore.
Cuz I fucking
125.
I went out to Applebee's in Times Square.
Did you really?
Yo, Applebee's in Times Square, they jacked the fucking price up. It's bullshit. If you're ever in New York City, do not go to Applebee's in Times Square. Something that costs $30 for a whole meal in the outer boroughs will cost $30 a burger in Applebee's in Times Square. That's a really piece of shit move that they do as a corporation.
I could see that.
Yeah, I'm not,
I'm going to go there this year, I think, to New York. Would you do Caroline's if you could do like some good shows there? Or would you do
Gotham?
Yeah. Or no, like a theater.
Oh, like me personally?
Yeah.
Well, I do Gotham. I've been headlining Gotham.
Yeah, I've been to Gotham before,
but
too.
But if I could sell enough tickets, I would do a theater.
Yeah?
For sure I'd do a theater, yeah.
What's Caroline's like compared room-wise to Gotham?
I believe Caroline's maybe could seat a few more people, I believe. But audience-wise, like you can have a Times Square audience, so you have a lot of people there who know you, but also a lot of people who are just tourists coming in. Where Gotham Comedy Club is located on 23rd Street and 7th, that's a part of Manhattan that's not really touristy.
Right.
It's people that live there.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
live
You can
there.
have the neighborhood come out. So it's
Okay.
up to you what you want.
Now, what about this, though? Do you... is Caroline's... how do you like performing on which stage is better? I haven't been on Caroline.
Personally, I like them both. But personally, I feel comfortable at Gotham just because the last couple of years I've been performing there a lot more than Caroline's, but I don't think you can go wrong either way. Caroline's is awesome too. I mean, they're both iconic New York clubs and the only places you can go to headline in New York.
Yeah, I've never been to Caroline's. That's why I was
You never even
thinking
been
about just
inside
having
it?
a different experience.
I mean, it's dope. It's like right in Times Square. It's fucking huge.
Is it?
You know, you go down these stairs and whole shit opens up and it's mafia ran, so it's kind of old school.
Is it
funny
pretty
to see
wide
that.
like Gotham, or is it deep, or is it what's it like?
It's deeper than Gotham, for sure. Deeper than Gotham. Gotham is wide. Caroline's is deep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Well, look, I hate to interrupt Chris shamelessly plugging his podcast a million times, but I have to let you know that this past weekend is brought to you by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with more than 25,000 classes in design, business, and more. You'll discover countless ways to fuel your curiosity, creativity, and career. You can take classes in social media marketing, mobile photography, creative writing, even illustration. Think of something that you always wanted to be able to do. Now you don't have to go to a 4-year college to do it. You can learn it and start a new side business, develop a new side skill. It's all right there at Skillshare. It's there to keep you learning, thriving, and reaching your new goals. Join the millions of students already learning on Skillshare today with a special offer just for our This Past Weekend listeners. We are the type of people here at This Past Weekend that continue to evolve. So you can get 2 months of Skillshare for free. That's right, Skillshare is offering This Past Weekend listeners 2 months of unlimited access to over 25,000 classes for free. You can learn anything and everything. To sign up, go to Skillshare.com/Theo Von. Again, go to Skillshare.com/TheoVon to start your 2 months now. That's Skillshare.com/Theo Von. Onward. And now back to myself and Mr. Chris. Yeah, I don't know about that Chris Hansen thing. I don't know if I should. Maybe I should. I don't know if I should. I don't need to reach out to him. And you think?
What did he text you?
He just texted.
I don't think it's not on you anymore, man. You know? I mean, when did he text you?
He's probably asking for money.
Months ago.
He was asking for loot?
Or a month ago. No,
Yeah.
that'd have been great though if he was.
As long as your check cleared from him.
We had a question.
He was going to push the show and stuff like that. He didn't text me like this week.
Oh, I thought you said.
Did he ever push the show out? Did he do it?
No, he didn't.
Oh yeah. All right.
We had a question that came in the last hour for Chris, so I haven't even heard it.
Okay, let's fire that one in.
Hey Theo, hey Chris, this is Landon from Kansas City, Missouri, and I was calling in about a question for Chris, but first I just wanted to start by saying that I seen Theo on your little show there, Chris, and you were making fun of the Rat King's hair. You better leave it alone. You better leave him alone, all right?
That guy's my
And I just wanted to say that you look Dutch, and you look like an aerodynamic Dutch person at that.
You sure do.
All
Why
right?
does he have four
Please
noses?
have a question.
But on another note, I just wanted to know, how old were you when you got into comedy, and what attracted you to comedy? Thank you.
First of all,
Wow.
that kid
That's one of your fans.
is a fucking menace.
Yeah,
and needs
that's
to
my
be on a
fucking
leash.
boy right there,
Yeah.
dude. What do you mean? It's probably your son, dude. You've been
Yo,
fucking spraying out everywhere.
Somebody needs to fucking start pumping Ritalin through that dude's air conditioner vents.
that kid
He needs to
looks-
calm the fuck down.
That kid looks just like you, Bucko.
No, that kid. Look at his nose, man. He's got lumped the fuck up.
Bro, it's what happens when when you don't know who your dad is, dude. Kids beat you up a lot.
I like this kid though. He's a good kid.
like this kid.
I liked it. This is my kind of kid. I started comedy when I was 25 years old. Is the age I started, and then I was still doing physical therapy. I'm sorry, 24. I was still doing physical therapy until I was about 28, and then I started doing professionally since 28. 28 years old. Yeah.
I was trying to think of what else I was going to
How
talk
old are
to you
you?
about.
30.
I'm 38.
38. Yeah, I'm 34.
Yeah.
We're about the same age, bro.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about leaning into the doctorate thing and being like some type of funny,
Like a Dr. Drew type cat.
or like a Dr. Oz? Like I
Yeah.
feel like you got more qualifications than that guy.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, yeah. I could see you having some hilarious physical therapy videos online.
yeah.
Hilarious.
I should actually do. Yeah, for my career, I should do that fucking shit for real. That's my next show. That's my next idea.
That'd be
Good,
fun.
good.
I'm on
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
Producer.
You're a producer.
Yeah.
Done.
Getting straightened out.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Straightened out. Yeah. You know what? I've
Or
never
just start looking for kids that look like you and fucking. Where do they mail the sperm to? Give me a little bit more on the sperm before you go off on this guy's question. That wasn't even any good.
You know, I splooged into the tube.
And what is it like in there? They got a tube. Do you got different tubes?
You got two options, man. You could either get your prostate pushed on, like a nurse will come in and professionally do it, and you just splooge it out. It's just like
You're lying.
I swear to God, like it's like a technique that these nurses are just good at.
Damn.
Just get the splooge out if you don't want to
That's the
masturbate.
dark arts, bro. If I've ever heard it, dude. Somebody pushing and what?
Yeah.
You got an ass, like
Yeah.
a button in your ass?
Yep.
Oh.
And then the other one is they got you go into this room and they got like nudie mags and all that, and then they give you the Wi-Fi.
Oh,
And my place had the Wi-Fi, and you could jerk
Look at
off on your phone.
pornography?
Yeah,
What
no
the
problem.
fuck? How
Yeah.
is it like a house or is it a doctor's?
It was a
office?
doctor's office, so it was like just like
I'm
secure.
not coming in a place like that. I would come at somebody's house if it were like like
Yeah.
if you have your own room or something.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to just in a doctor's office.
Doctor's
dude.
office.
And what, you just let them walk out of the room?
Yeah,
with
I
it?
just came like it's if you peeing in a cup, man. I just came with my glue.
What
Yeah,
is-
yeah.
That's so bizarre, though. Doesn't that feel crazy to you?
It
to
felt
know?
wild. Well, the reason why it all started is because when I got my kid's mom got pregnant, she had taken like a plan B after it, and I had gotten another
yeah.
girl pregnant like 4 years before that. So it was like this, and she was on birth control, so it was like some weird shit. And the doctor, the OBGYN, was like, you should get your sperm checked. Like that's abnormal. So I went and got my sperm checked, and I donated it, and so they had it, and then when I donated it, they called me into the office like 3 days later.
And then we say good bat. They had a good batch.
Well, they said to me, like, there was 3 doctors that came in and they said, listen, they opened up. They said, where were you born? And I said, Queens, St. John's Hospital, Queens, New York. They said, are you sure? I said, 100%.
Wow.
And they're like, well, like, you verify it. Can you verify it with your mom or dad? And I said, yeah. And
Why, they thought you was somebody else?
Well, I called my mom and I was like, where was I born? And she said, St. John's Hospital, Queens, New York. And I said, are you sure? You're not lying to me? And like, I wasn't adopted? She's like, no, you weren't. I swear to God, you weren't adopted. So I said, what's going on? I started to get nervous. And he said, well, I have 3 times the amount of sperm in every load. I mean, he was, I forgot what technical
What
term
a
he is.
creep. Who is
Yeah.
the guy?
No,
Say his name.
He was Chris Hansen. Yeah. And so he told me I have 3 times the amount of sperm. He said, so he asked me if I was born in
How do they notice by how much it weighs? Like, can they just...
Well, there's a microscope, but they said the only time they've ever
microscope.
seen that like abnormality and mutation of the sperm is a child who's been born near a nuclear reactor.
No
So they thought maybe I was born in Russia near Chernobyl, and then they thought that maybe I had a tumor on something. But what they found out is that I have an overactive Cowper's gland. It's called Cowper's gland. It's like what makes your sperm. And so my thing is I make a lot of sperm.
You got that hot Cowper's.
So I got that hot Cowper. So I can get a girl pregnant. The doctor explained to me. They said, "You're the guy. If a girl's looking to conceive a child, she wants a guy like you. But if you're looking to have like just one night stands and have sex all night, you're not the guy. Because when I shoot it out, it takes a long time for my Cowper's gland to refuel my jizz. And as I've gotten
like Cecil Fielder.
Exactly. And as I've
Like,
gotten,
it's definitely it's legit,
I got Cecil Fielder dick.
but it's a little slow.
Yeah. So as I've gotten older, it takes longer and longer. So after I bust a nut, no matter what, it takes a few days for me to catch an erection again. So, but if I want to have children, I can get girls pregnant instantly. You know, it's going to happen.
Wow.
Because it's so a very high chance.
So you're kind of, you should do tour India or something, dude.
Yeah,
I feel
dude.
like you could freaking definitely
Start banging out, right?
Or just, I mean, for 100, you might as well go door to door and at least know what's going on and get some of the joy out of it.
Yeah.
Instead of throwing a whole batch to some dude for $125.
$150,
I just can't
bro.
believe you don't think more
And
of
it got
yourself
taxed.
than that.
Yeah.
And it got taxed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that's like, in New York, that's like, dude, you're looking at 35, you're looking at $90.
Yeah, bro. I didn't get shit.
And did you just drive over there?
No, I took the train. Yeah. Yeah. It was in Midtown
bro.
Manhattan.
Where was this? Auschwitz? Who the fuck takes a train to fucking jerk off somewhere for $90?
Yo, man, Louis C.K.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
He does it on the train.
Yeah.
What if his closer, Louis C.K.'s closer, when he does another special,
Yeah.
he's just like, hey, I just want to let everybody know in here that I'm about to jerk off, right? And you can stay if you want, right?
Yeah.
And then the lights just go off, and he's just on the
fucking
stage.
Love it. I would love it, man. That'd be dope. That'd be tackling the shit head on.
And it's called You Can Stay If You Want.
You could say if you want.
That's what the special's called.
Yeah.
Would you watch it?
I would 100% watch it. 100
Would you watch it?
I like Louis C.K.'s comedy. you
Yeah,
know?
oh, dude, he's one
Yeah.
of the greatest of all time. Would you watch it in a one of those interactive theaters like 4D?
100% with those Oculus virtual reality goggles and just get fucking splooged on. 100%.
Oh.
Yo,
No, that's not part of it,
Oh, my
dude.
bad.
It's just you would like be able to hear it better.
you're my fault, man. I'm hungry. Yo, I'm looking to nibble on some shit.
I'm hungry too. Have you eaten?
No.
You got to go straight to the airport.
Yeah, I gotta fucking go. Or else I would have loved to hang.
Did you see that card right there, Daryl Strawberry? You weren't there that day when I ran into Daryl high on cocaine, were you?
No, but he was coked out of his fucking mind. Oh, you were coked out of your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of it.
Yeah, let's talk about Opie real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
When was the last time that you went? Because the show, I was out of town and then the show just shut down.
The last time I went on Opie and Sirius was one of his last episodes.
Really?
One of the last. Yeah, because we're pretty cool. But I've done his podcast. He has a podcast now. I do.
Oh, I like Opie. I'm grateful. He's given me great opportunities. I mean, he's just
Yeah.
he had a kind of a sordid ending over there. It seemed
Yeah,
like, or
it was.
something.
Yeah, it was kind of abrupt and whack. But I still do Jim and Sam too. It's all love over there. It's like for the most part, they may have their issues, but for the comedians, like they've kept us out of it, and like we're free to roam on both dude shows.
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome.
You know what? That is pretty cool, actually. That both, like Jim and Opie seem to like not get along.
Yeah.
But that, they never seemed like, oh, you were on that guy's thing.
Nah, they don't feel that way,
Not
man.
petty.
No, they ain't petty. They're not petty. At least not for me.
Yeah.
So it's dope.
That's same, man. Do you miss the show?
I do because I feel like it was fun. We would go in there in the mornings or afternoons. And, the vibe was dope. You know, like we go on YouTube, fuck around, meet all kinds of people, and now it's like it's a little different in New York. Like it's like you guys feel like you have like this. You have podcasting networks, and you're Fighter and the Kid is right across the hall. It's not like that in New York. Like people are doing podcasts in their apartments or
Right.
in a studio where it's just them. They're sharing office space. So it's like Sirius XM was dope and Opie show was dope because like you would be in there doing somebody else's show and then walk past Opie and he'd call you in. It was like this open door policy.
Yeah.
That's kind of gone now. So
Oh, I felt like I'd arrived, man, when I got on that show.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was,
dude.
it was so nice to be able to just go in there, and it was, and that's how I met you.
Yeah.
That's how Mark Norman and I even became buddies, even
Sure.
though we grew up in the, in the
Yeah.
same area. There was so many people I met in there. I got to talk to Danny McBride in there.
hell yeah, we were on the phone. I was with you. Yeah. Have you ever met him?
I met him one time after that.
He was dope?
It was really quick. I just got a picture with him in Montreal last year.
Oh, shit.
I was
Because I wonder if
excited.
he remembers that phone call. Probably not. That was probably the 10th phone call he did that day.
And I said something stupid, too. Like, I was, like,
Something
getting
that
a
bombed.
picture. He's like, yeah. Oh, dude. And I kind of, like, didn't know what to say right before. And I was like, I think I'm going to say this. And then he's like, how's the day? Everything going good for you? You know, we're just taking a picture, just saying, like, small talk. And I was like, yeah, man, a lot of ladies up here, you know. Good thing I brought my dick. And he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So they were just both standing there smiling right after I said that. And it was so uncomfortable.
So
man.
weird,
I felt
right?
horrible. And right when I didn't get any reaction from him, I was like, I'm never going to be in a movie with him. I'm never going to see him. I'm never going to get to donate sperm in his area.
In his area. Dude, the other day I was doing Doug Loves Movies at UCB
fun.
Franklin, and it was so fun. Doug's the fucking man. And I was doing UCB Franklin, which is like, you know, they're great fans over there, but it's like, you know, they're real PC, and I just forgot. Because New York, you can just say shit. It's not as PC as it is out here.
Yeah.
But out there, I was like telling some story about how, like, I was at a play once, and like my boys were like, look at this girl's ass. And like in New York, it's like, it gets a laugh, but there they're like, oh. Like it got real uncomfortable, and I started bombing, you know, because like it was like just objectifying women, and you know, in New York, people, even women, would like just laugh, but out there, they were like, "You fucking pig, piece of shit! Like you're the problem."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh boy."
But it's crazy because as you drive over to the part of town, all the billboards are objectifying women.
Of course,
Instagram, it's
all
all
bullshit.
You know?
That's the theme. Nobody cares. It's all bullshit. It's like if you're a person that you're like spilling your agenda to me, I'm stay away from you because I'm like, you're hiding shit. You're just hiding shit.
Well, I just hope to be able to just be in a good place, and I just want to learn as I go, you know. And I get stressed out. Well, that's one thing that's different recently. Has just been more stress.
You stressed it? Why, bro?
It's just a lot going on, you know. It's stressful, and I've never had anybody where I work together. You know, Nick and I worked, you know, so Nick's in here, so like sometimes I don't communicate well with him, and then it's like, you know, I'm stressed, and then it's like,
yeah, but you know what,
the
man?
only person I talk to, Nick's like pretty much my girlfriend almost. You know?
But you do. I mean, you're making money now. You're doing like real shit. You're doing what you want. You can do whatever you want now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So I don't know. So I don't know what it is. Sometimes it's like, well, what's making me?
Well, just think about just you know, ask 10 years ago Theo if he would be stressed. If you told Theo of 10 years ago you're going to have all this, I think he would be like, oh my God, I'd be over the moon. If you told me I could have that, I'd have no problems. Well, now you're here.
Yeah.
So now you're just creating problems. You don't have any problems.
Yeah.
You've made it in many ways.
Yeah.
So you should just take comfort in that and just, you know, because there's a lot of people that would do anything to have what you have. So I think it's important for us to check ourselves every, you know, so often, every 2-3 months, whatever you want to do, calibrate it. But you got to check yourself and be like, oh, how would that latest version of me feel about what this new version has? They'd probably be happy about it. So let's take comfort in that.
Yeah.
It's new problems, but it's all good problems. Champagne problems, motherfucker.
That's a good.
I don't know what, dude. I want to fucking kiss you on the lips. You wearing underwear?
Huh? Yeah, I'm wearing MeUndies, dude. They were one of our sponsors, but they
Tommy John
deserted us. Tommy John? No, that's a surgery.
Bro,
I'll
Tommy
say this,
John
you're right, though.
underwears
It's
are
good.
dope.
It's a good way to like think about like the past and think about now. You know,
Yeah,
even
man.
I don't feel any different. I just feel like, I just want to be funny. You know.
Well, you are, though. That's
but I
the
want to
thing.
be. I want to be. Yeah.
Your fan. My point is like your fans are invested now. Your fans aren't going anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere, so they fuck with you.
Neither is MeUndies, by the way. We're still part of MeUndies fam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got some coming up.
Oh,
They got-
man.
Oh, thank
nice.
you, MeUndies. They got
Yo,
good undies, dude.
could you send your boy a pair? Double XL?
We might have, double XL, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know
38
about
waist.
that, dude.
38 waist,
Yeah,
player.
why? So you can pull them down and just come into a cup somewhere for
Yeah.
$90?
Yo.
Dude, you should do that at the meet and greet after your show. Just bust into a cup.
Yo, that'll go viral. I'm going to start doing it on my podcast, just coming on the pod.
Yeah. I haven't been on Opie's new show. Have you been on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on. I'm doing it next week. It's just a podcast. You know, one of the podcasts we did, we just like walk around New York City, so it was kind of dope. But now he's got a studio. I think it's Westwood One Podcast Studio. So, and it's doing well. I mean, you know,
Yeah, people love Opie.
Opie's all good, brother. I mean, he's got an 8-bedroom apartment on the Upper West Side. I mean, Opie's doing.
Oh, is that
good.
where he lives at?
Yeah, Opie crushed it.
Yeah.
And you could say what you want about Opie. I mean, he fucking crushed it in this radio game.
Yeah.
Made
Oh, no, I'm not
millions
saying
of dollars. Yeah.
I'm not saying anything about Opie.
No, I'm saying, but you know how fans
Right.
are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people get,
People get on everybody when it's like, hey, this dude fucking changed radio for a little bit over here.
Yeah.
You know, if there was no Howard Stern, you might have been all about Opie.
Yeah, I was trying to think of some things that are really like positives for him. And I was thinking he met Carl. You know,
Carl Ruiz, yeah.
Yeah, and they love doing stuff together.
Absolutely. Now Carl's divorced and lives in the woods. So it's like, yo, it's, you know what I mean? Sometimes your shit just spins out.
Hey, bro.
Yo, I love Carl, man.
Oh, Carl, dude. That
He's
dude,
a fucking dude.
At least he can cook.
Yo, he just fucking, he does cocaine off hot dogs and then eats the hot dogs. Yo, he's fucking wild.
Oh, dude,
Yo,
yeah.
And he legit got divorced and lives in a cabin in the woods, and he's like, I'm killing it. And I believe him.
Oh, bro.
He comes out with just sandals and socks on.
We used to do that shit, bro. It's called a Somalian wildfire.
Oh, yeah.
You do cocaine off a hot dog and fucking eat it. Right
Yeah,
after.
dude. Somali wildfire.
Well, it's so hard to eat it after, bro. The last thing you want in your mouth after you've had some coke is a fucking hot dog.
A
dude.
fucking hot dog. Yeah, but you know.
Well, for some fellas, anyway.
Yeah, I'll fucking deep throat that shit right now.
Well, I'm not going to do that. Chris Distefano, thanks for coming, man.
Thanks
You're
for
gonna
having
come
me,
back
brother.
again? Yeah, this is cool.
Yo, I got my special coming out, size 38 waist, Comedy Central.
What a great
Friday.
term.
Yeah,
What a
brother.
rare size. too.
38 waist, bro. Chrissy bitch hips.
I mean, you were built like a fucking Rubik's Cube, huh?
Dude, I'm like a stepmom. I got a stepmom ass.
Oh, damn, dude. Do you wear mom jeans?
I got that
ever?
stepmother vibe. Yeah.
Wow. You
Yeah.
should wear an apron. I bet you wear an apron
I
when
do,
you
bro.
cook.
Bro, most coats I wear, they have to cover my ass. I'm rocking trench coats usually 12 months out of the year
damn,
because I got to cover that butt up.
Look at the wheelbase on that fucking
Yeah.
bad boy.
Yo, and then check my podcast, History Hyenas.
History Hyenas with
Yeah.
you and Giannis Pappas.
Yeah.
And your special is coming out on the 18th.
Friday, January 18th. So
That's awesome. That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow, baby.
Oh, shit.
When does this shit come out?
Next week.
Next week?
This actually is going to come out February 7th. We had a bunch in the can, but we'll put it out on all social.
Yeah, put it on social media, and also, you know, it came out already, but you can see it on
I'll share the
ComedyCentral.com.
thing now.
ComedyCentral.com and the Comedy Central app. It's streaming right now. My special, size 38 waist. Check out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jonathan Kite, and welcome to Kite Club, a podcast where I'll be sharing thoughts on things like current events, stand-up stories, and 7 ways to pleasure your partner. The answer may shock you. Sometimes I'll interview my friends. Sometimes I won't. And as always, I'll be joined by the voices in my head.
You have 3 new voice messages.
A lot of people are talking about Kite Club. I've been talking about Kite Club for so long, longer than anybody else. So great. Hey, sweetheart, here's the deal. Anyone who doesn't listen to Kite Club is a dodgy bloody wanker. Do you know what I mean?
Hi, I'll take a quarter pounder with cheese and a McFlurry.
Sorry, sir, but our ice cream machine is broken.
No!
I think Tom Hanks just butt-dialed me. Anyway, first rule of Kite Club is tell everyone about Kite Club. Second rule of Kite Club is tell everyone about Kite Club. Third rule, like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts or watch us on YouTube, yeah? And yes, don't worry, my Brad Pitt impression will get better.
Today's guest is a friend of mine from our time on the Opie and Anthony show, and Opie and Jim Norton as well, sorry. He is a comedian. He's one of the hosts of the History Hyenas podcast. It's my friend and what is not an ally called? Oh, and nemesis, Mr. Chris Distefano.
Shine that light on me. I'll sit and tell you my stories. Shine that light on me. I'll sit and tell you my stories.
To open anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that guy died, and then I.
Carl.
Yeah. God, it's so sad, huh?
Yeah.
That was a beautiful guy. What happened?
He's a great
to him?
guy.
Was it drugs, you think?
I think drugs didn't help him and Sharon, but I think it was just eating. I personally think that, just my opinion, that he was really fucking sad and devastated when his wife divorced him.
Oh, his wife left him, that blonde?
Wife left him. Yeah, she cheated on him with a busboy. Yeah. And he found out, and then he moved to a cabin in the woods and was like, hey, I cut her a check for whatever, $200K. She's out of my life. Fuck it. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I live in the woods now. Every day was like shot of whiskey and, fucked
Firewood,
up food.
yeah.
No, not even that. Like he would be like, yo, I eat McDonald's all day, every day.
In the woods?
Yeah, he would and he would always post ruizing, Ruizing, ruizing. And so, but the food was crazy, like the worst shit Big Mac with a devil dog with syrup on it and would eat it. And he was like ruizing, and people start tweeting at him, ruizing. And then he just didn't wake up one day. But I think, when you're in your mid 40s, you start doing stuff like that. Anybody is apt to have a heart attack.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Because it's like,
That's and he's a chef, too. We're talking about Carl Ruiz.
Yeah, Carl Ruiz or Ruiz.
Yeah. And there's shit, Ruiz. Everybody's seen that type of name, but... And also, you never kind of know how it is. Ruiz. Where I'm from, they say Ruiz.
Ruiz. The Mad Cuban.
Yeah, the Mad Cuban. And dude, that's got to be your worst nightmare. You are a chef.
Right.
And your wife leaves you with a busboy.
That's the rumor. I don't know if that is actually how it happened. That's what we were told. That's what he said on... when we used to do Opie and all that.
But it's the story of it's such a Greek tragedy almost. You're in the back of the kitchen.
Right.
You're doing it. You're doing a lamb chop. You're doing a scallion.
Right. Right.
You're doing the work.
Right.
Then you got this little Millie freaking vanilla guy out here filling waters and freaking offering extra butter.
And he might have been another Ruiz too. Most chances are a busboy working at a restaurant in New Jersey, his last name is also Ruiz. So it's all in the family. It's kind of whack because he raised her kids like they were his own.
Wow.
Because those weren't his biological children, but they called him dad and everything like that. And he just left, man. And then he had just opened up this beautiful brand spanking ass new restaurant, I believe in Midtown. And then he fucking died like a month into it.
And was the restaurant still going?
Hell yeah, I think the restaurant is closed now because he's gone. Or maybe it changed. Something changed about the restaurant now. But yeah, he was it was such a shocking thing when he died.
Carl Ruiz.
His breath always stunk though, so I always wondered if there was something rotting inside him.
Oh, rotting in Carl
He always
Ruiz.
had stinky breath, and that's no disrespect. I'm not disrespecting the dead. I wouldn't do that. But I'm saying I used to say like his breath always smelled like hot ass, and I'm just wondering if there was something always going on, like a hole or something.
It seemed like he kind of did one of those Zen dip packs.
Yeah.
And never took it out.
He never took it out.
Yeah, like he got what is that thing that women get if they leave a tampon in for too long?
Like a toxic
It
shock syndrome.
It seemed like he had toxic shock syndrome from a Zen dip.
It smelled like one of his tonsils was dead and the other one was alive.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't all the way horrid, but there was some part of him, of his mouth, like a dead tooth or a dead tonsil, something, or food stuck, but something was always stank.
And the living one had hid the dead one and was telling the cops he didn't know what happened to it.
Exactly. The living one killed the dead one. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's true. But, R.I.P. to Carl, because I love him and I always will.
Yeah, R.I.P. Carl Ruiz.
Yeah.
Or Ruiz.
Yeah, we call him the Mad Cuban.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Mad Cuban, and
that's when you and I met. Dude.
I was going to say he's connected to us.
R.I.P. Carl, man.
R.I.P. Carl, man.
Man, he had such a big heart, man. He has such a I guess, or he didn't. I don't know what happened to him. They said,
well, because if he died that early, he probably had a little heart.
Yeah,
but he had a big soul.
Small-hearted,
yeah.
Small-hearted, and we got Nick Davis and Dom DePettis here too.
Yeah, Don DePetta, everybody. We didn't have enough time to get him on camera.
Yeah.
He's fine as fuck, too.
He's on camera. We can see him. GoPro.
He is?
GoPro, not high def or anything. But.
Nick, you're cute, too.
Thanks, buddy.
You really are. You're one of those rare guys that can pull off bangs.
Dang, he is kind of, huh?
He's got nice bangs, man.
Dude, you guys were just, you and Don were just in Cleveland, right?
Right. Cleveland at Hilarities Comedy Club. Thank you. The last time I went through there, I sold like 500 seats. Which, for me, that was good. But this time, the whole weekend, 1,500 out of 1,600. So for me, that's like a new ball field. And I was telling you before the show, it all started when I came on your podcast last January, got the ball rolling. But you and Bert, when I did you guys back to back in the same week, I will never forget. I was just telling Don this. I had 99,000 followers on Monday, like when I came back, as it came through the weekend. Then you and Bert released in the same week. By Friday of that week, I had 139,000.
Wow.
So now followers, who cares about the followers? It's not about the vanity of it. It's about that you guys gave me a real opportunity to gain your fans and give me the opportunity for me to perform for them, and then they stuck around. And they're still buying, and now they're fans of my podcast, The History Hyenas, and because we get it all the time, because like, where'd we find you? We always send out little surveys, and it's always like, this past weekend, or Bert's show, or there's a big podcast in New York, Girls Gotta Eat, Andrew Schultz, and then recently The Fighter and the Kid that I did a couple of months ago. All that stuff, it's all the podcasts. Like it's got nothing to do with television at all anymore. It's just a podcast and how you can maximize that on the internet. So appreciate it.
Yeah, no, man. Well, look, I'm glad that you came, and I'm glad you came back, man.
You got nice fingers too.
Really?
I know that's one of those things I've never said to you, but I've been watching your IG for a long time, and I've been friends with you, I think, since 2013, 14, and you got some of the nicest fingers in the game and toes. I didn't realize that because you're wearing thong-toe sandals right now. So you got toes.
Yeah, I am.
I'd like to put mustard on your toes and ketchup on your fingers and take a bite out of your hot dog.
Is thong-toed sandals, is that too much? Is that like a woman kind of wearing a thong, or what is that like?
If you came out, I'll be honest with you, if you came to my part of Brooklyn, right, with the thong-toe sandals like that, there's a chance, not when you were with me, but there's a chance, like, one of my boys' names, Pat Finnegan, Patty Fly Balls, he would hit you with a taped up wiffle ball bat. Just because he would think, like, why is this dude coming out with his no socks on?
Yeah, so you got a guy, an adult, doing freaking the lamest crime ever, bro.
Yeah.
What else is he gonna do?
He would
Are you gonna rob a bank with a slingshot, dude?
Dude,
what else is he gonna
used
do?
to tape quarters and nickels to the end of a wiffle ball bat, and then put tape around it and just hit people in the back of the head with it. And you just say, ching! You just get lit up by Patty Fly Balls.
Dude, when I was young, people used if somebody was really upset, you would go up to them and you'd be like, "You mad?"
Yeah.
You would hit your throat and say, "You mad?" And it would make them so much madder, bro.
Of course.
There's something about that when people, "You mad?"
Yeah. And then you get hit. Or what about this? If you go like that and then they look, see I've caught you, you get punched in the stomach for that.
Yeah.
That's like an embarrassing thing. But they don't do that stuff
That's
anymore.
like dangerous youth. It's like white crime. It's like white childhood.
Right.
Homoerotic crime.
I got to be honest with you though, man. The neighborhood I grew up in, we did that white homoerotic shit. But if you fucked with the Albanians, in my neighborhood,
Sand Christians, they call them.
Sand Christians, in Ridgewood, Queens, Ridgewood, Bushwick area, Queens, Brooklyn area. Bro, one time we were playing ball, right? Somebody elbowed one of the Albanians by accident. Kid got pissed off, came back 20 minutes later, 10 deep, okay? 2 of the Albanians had chainsaws, active chainsaws, running on the court with the chainsaws trying to take off fucking limbs.
Damn.
Yeah, so nobody ever messed with the Albanians in my neighborhood. They had a gang out there. But imagine somebody coming at you with a chainsaw for realsies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, I used to do, not logging, but I did yard work for a man. And, yeah. You guys obviously never done any actual work.
Yeah,
and I had to work with this mentally challenged dude. They called him, what was that guy's name? Hold on. They called him Tiger Cat, but I don't remember what his name was.
Right.
Ronnie? Yeah, his name was Ronnie. And they also called him Go Ahead Ronnie.
Go Ahead Ronnie, yeah.
And he was mentally disabled.
Right.
Or, yeah, he was mentally disabled. And so we get one chainsaw between the two of us, right?
Okay.
And he took it, and so I'm supposed to be kind of the foreman. And he's literally lining up the thing and about to start it, and instead of having it on a branch, has it lined up on my leg, bro.
What?
And not even not like just zoned out, or this is where we start.
And you got thick fucking tree trunk legs too.
The top, not the bottom.
No, I know, because your leg, I've always noticed that, man. I was always like,
really?
Thick legs, dude. Absolutely, man.
What?
And you never really
I don't
wore
think you
shorts.
were looking at me.
You got a thick ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I got a thick ass. I got the ass of a kind of like a young black girl with Down
syndrome. Are you in
syndrome.
shape? Are you staying in shape? You look in shape, but how do you feel?
Yeah, I feel tired, but I did go to the gym this morning, and I'm gonna go again on Thursday.
Yeah,
and I'm going to yoga today.
Going to yoga today,
dude. What's it like different now that when people you're selling tickets? Like, what's that experience like?
I would say that now it's it actually, to be honest with you, the last 3 shows I've done, 3 weekends I've done, at least one of those 4 or 5 shows, I felt like I was going to pass out, and almost actively passed out at least one time a weekend. Because it's this new thing. Donnie was with me in Hilarities last week, and I was calling for him about 20 minutes into the set. I was like, you need to be near me because I may faint. I may go down. I don't know what it is. I think it's like this pressure that they know who you are now, and you better do well. But the thing that saves me is because of the podcast, the History Hyena podcast, I'm so honest and open about it, is I was talking to the crowd being like, yo, I'm going to go down. Because my podcast partner, Giannis Pappas, who call him Yanni Nets, because he did pass out on stage in Providence. So he was always got to have nets behind him. We're like, yo, this kid could go down.
Safety.
So we call him Yanni Nets. So
Throw
I was
a
like,
helmet on that dude, bro.
I know, man. I was like, so I'm going to be Chrissy Nets. I was like, I'm Chrissy Nets right now. I may go down. So they were like laughing along with it. But if they didn't know who I would have fully passed out at Hilarities. Yeah. I would have fully passed out. So there's a little bit of a anxiety-inducing thing to it. But then it's also like, sometimes too good to be true, because that's what I'm happy that I'm nowhere near my goal yet, not even close, but I'm happy to be climbing at the pace I'm climbing, because I've, started out as of course, open micer, then would feature on the road, MC on the road, then feature on the road, and then headline, the low D rooms. Even if I got into A rooms, it would be July 4th weekend or some half full weekend, not really getting paid what I deserved at the time, but not, I wasn't making any real money. And now to start climbing and sell out shows before I get there, or sell a lot of tickets.
But you say pressure. Like, what do you mean pressure? Like the pressure?
Well, it's easy to perform for people, I think, that don't know who you are. There's no, you're not letting anybody down. They're going to be let down. They feel like they're going to be let down anyway. They're like got barked in, or they got a free flyer to go to a show. Yeah. Whereas opposed to somebody now paid a whatever, $20, $30, sometimes $40 ticket price.
Damn.
Depending on whatever venue you're at. Yeah. You know how it is. Sometimes I don't know
if you need new shoes or not. It sounds
bro.
Like, dude.
Listen, man. My daughter eats a lot of fucking applesauce. So it depends on whatever it is, and it's like there's pressure in that. There's pressure to be like, I need to. These people, they have paid money. They got babysitters. I need to do well for them.
Yeah, it's funny. I was thinking recently that I felt like more of a pressure. I liked having the element of surprise a lot. And it's hard. It's a little tougher to have it when people are coming out. They know they coming to see you.
Right.
There's when people don't know how you're going to be.
Yeah.
There's an element of There's an element of surprise. There's a mystery you can kind of play with. They don't know you.
Right.
There's like I don't know. It's like it's a real thing. If I don't know who this guy is, then I can be. I could be pleasantly surprised. I could be unaware of how he's entertaining me sometimes. I could be, his humor could be very unique.
Right.
Whereas then if people know you, then it's different,
Since you've been at the success level you've been at with the theaters and all that, have you taken a hot, fat fucking bomb yet? Like a real fat one. Like just a nice cero in front of 1,500 plus, just a real stinker, because it happens, man. Where you just take a full zero. Somebody goes, "That's a no," and it's just you're just eating it, and you start going, "Where you from?" Or you start going, "Yo, you know what's weird?" There's nothing funnier. There's nothing. The only things that can make comedians belly laugh is watching another good comedian bomb and a fart joke or a fart, or just not even a fart joke, just an actual, just a wet, nasty, fucking rip your asshole third gear fart, like that guy in Barstool. You see that guy in Barstool with the third gear fart? It's something to look up.
What fart? Do you think that farts get nastier in certain countries or not?
I think, well, I think that's why I think we need a wall, is because I think, outside the United States, those farts, man. That's the reason. Every time Trump's like, we need a wall, I'm like, yeah, Mexicans' assholes are dirty.
We get that.
And Canadian asses too, man. Don't sleep on Canadian. Don't sleep on how disgusting a Canadian fart could be.
Really?
Poutine? You know what that's like? That's cheese curd.
Yeah.
I want a wall around all that, because there's a wall around us, man.
Well, why doesn't everybody should just get a little wall that they can bring with them and put wherever they want, man?
Canada and Mexico, because the truth of the situation.
Here we got a man here doing something. There's an urban guy right here.
This is the... Ain't ever hear a fart hit third gear is the caption.
Okay.
Take a look.
Damn. And they're probably gonna blame it somehow on white people. I'm sure, dude. That's insane.
That's insane, right?
Wow, dude. That's like Tokyo Drift, huh?
Dude, I was watching that thing for an hour yesterday, crying. Dude, my beautiful 4-year-old daughter was doing ballet and doing some of the finest moves she's ever done and getting to new heights in her life. And I was head buried in the phone, crying, laughing because of this dude's third gear floor. And her mom was like, "This is why we can't be together." Her mom was like, "This is why we're just always going to be co-parents." Because I was just like, crying. She thought I was crying. At first, my kid's mom thought I was crying because of how beautiful my daughter nailed a pirouette. I was listening to that with my headphones on, hysterical, crying at the ballet.
And are they husband and wife, you think?
Yes.
Or they are.
Yo,
and he just blasted his wife with that.
Oh, could you imagine what those undies must look like? Yo, his drawers must be wild.
Dude, I can't even imagine.
So like that would make me cry laughing, and watching a good comedian or a video of myself bombing hard, where like you just can't get, like you're just eating it. Like I just did the Impractical Jokers cruise, and I was supposed
to be on there.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was fun. See a lot of fat ass people, but it was fun. Well, whatever, I'm fat. I'm in better shape, but I still got fat, puffy nipples. I'm still a size. Now I used to be 38 weights. Now I'm at 36.
Yeah.
So I've slimmed down, but I'm still.
Like I wouldn't hit if you were coworkers. I probably wouldn't hit on you. I wouldn't.
Right.
If you were female.
Well, the thing is like this: is I always feel like it's people have said this to me, and they're right. I got leader man face, best friend body. That's what it is. It's a letdown. It's a letdown with women with me. Usually I think it's going to be something else. I think I'm this tough guy, whatever. That I got that look. Some people tell me I look like Ben Affleck. Some people tell me I look like Ben Stiller. There's a big difference.
You look like Ben Better. I know that.
Yeah, dude. So I
sorry, Rob.
Yeah, Ben Better. Yeah,
dog, damn, dude. You look like somebody who's fucking using performance-enhancing drugs to swim. That's what you look like,
dude. You look like Rhea Perlman.
Do I really?
You got Rhea Perlman hair.
She's talented.
She is talented. Bro, Cheers was a good show. Sometimes I feel like CBS is my Cheers because I'm always getting STDs. Just always in there like, yo, y'all got me.
Rhea Perlman.
No, but with her
wow.
hair like that.
Extremely Jewish.
Yeah, she's got No, but we said you look like you have the same hair as Eileen Wuornos.
Oh, yeah.
That was an old clip with Carl, R.I.P. Carl. We said that you look like Eileen Wuornos, the first female serial killer ever killed. You had that kind of hair going.
Yeah.
But that's all right. But
what were we talking about?
I was saying that like laughing at. So you have it. So since you've been
things that make me laugh. The thing that make me. Oh, I have not. No, I haven't. Right. I had this weekend in. Actually about 2 weeks ago in Maryland, I had a tough show.
Right, Maryland.
Yeah, and
Shout out Maryland.
Like it was a big place, man. It was 2,500, so it was like one of the biggest places that I've been in to perform. Maybe in the States, the biggest place, right?
You moved tickets, brother.
Bro, it was crazy, man, and it was amazing. Everybody that came out and stuff, but. Oh, wow.
That was a call. I call that a top of the cracker. That came right out of the top of my ass crack.
Sometimes it's interesting. Sometimes a fart is really right on deck, and then sometimes it's very lost, and it's kind of like almost like they have to call it to the front of the line. Like its mom just got there to pick it up at carpool, and it's like, hey, where's Ronnie?
Yeah, it came out of the top of my ass. So I didn't even mean to time it that way, but it was one of those things where I can't hold it in anymore. It's going to find a way out, and it leaked out of the top.
Oh, then there was a man very similar to that, which is exactly what made the show so tough in Maryland. Just a guy in the front just being just crazy.
Yeah, right.
Just too much sometimes,
Yeah.
But and that stage was really big, and the acoustics were like different, and so it was like it was tougher to manage. It was like, okay, I'm having to manage something that's different here. Like, the stage is bigger, so how much do I move on the stage? So I tried to move up and down the whole stage instead of just. I probably should have just took the middle third and just moved up and down that.
How have you had some? Since, obviously with these bigger venues, had a time where you felt like you were going to pass out, even if it was going great, 20 minutes into the set, 30 minutes into the set, overwhelming energy? Has that happened to you? Or you always feel in control when you're on stage, like it's like your safe zone?
I felt a lot. I feel in control. I just feel like, I think I just feel tired. I think it's just like, okay, we're getting through it, I want everybody to see the show. I want everybody to see the tour. So it's like, places keep popping up that we haven't been. And so.
Do you bring the same dudes with you?
Yeah. I bring the same guy most of the time. This guy, Ari Manis.
Oh, great. That's nice. It's so important, right? To have somebody on the road with you to keep your mental health.
Oh, he helps me so much.
Because if you sit there alone, I don't care how successful you are, you start to really think about everything, and then it starts to reel. So that's why I like having Don, and I got my other boy Sergio Chacon. They come out with me.
Yeah, he's like Ari Van's like a service animal, man. He's great, dude.
Yeah.
He's always level-headed. He's always the same. Like if I'm losing my mind or something.
Yeah, because you're sober too, right?
He's always the same.
Yeah, that's why I got Don. Don's a piece of shit. He drinks and he's.
I've
Yes, I
definitely
am.
Yeah,
Yes, I am.
Don, but Don is good because Don's always down for a good time.
Yeah.
Sergio is 10 years sober.
Wow.
Boxing instructor. So when you know how when we go on the road, you come back that Monday and you're like, oh man, I got to hit the gym. I fucked up. With Sergio, you come back like, yo, I could take Monday off.
Wow.
Because he's got you up at 7 a.m. doing drills, working. So it's good to have him. I like having both guys with me.
That's unfair a little bit.
Donnie and I do work out.
We work out.
Donnie does work out.
That's right.
Don doesn't. I mean, Don's
a sex addict.
I believe all of that. I believe that Don works out. He doesn't. I don't believe that he works. That he seems like a guy that works out.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, I don't have a. You know how some men have like a V? I have an H. It just goes straight. Yeah.
No, you look good with no shirt on.
Thanks.
Okay.
No,
I believe it, man. Look, a lot of men look good. I think.
I'm one of those guys. Like I just, no matter what,
but not sexual good. That's where I'm drawing that line.
Like
Here's a lady right here with a question. Man.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Hey, Theo and Chris. I hope you're both doing well. So my question is for both of you. I know Chris has mentioned he's played high school and college basketball. So if you had a pickup game of just stand-up comedians, who would be your starting five and why? Thanks for everything.
Great question.
You want to go first or you want me to go first?
Well, I lose by letting you go first.
Go ahead. You go first then.
Okay. I'm going to go first. So this is a great question, by the way.
It is a great
We
question.
got to do it like the playground. Theo gets a pick, then on the snake, Chris gets two. Chris gets two, and then Theo gets two.
All right, we'll do it like that. Go ahead. You go first, Theo.
Shit. Years ago, they tried to... Is this...
Who's your first pick?
Years ago. Is this live? Hold on. My first pick, I need a basketball player. I need somebody. You know, I am thinking urban out of the gate. I'm trying to see who's out there that's a good player that maybe used to play. You're already taken. I'm going to go with... All right, I'm going to go with my boy... I'll go with Brendan Schaub. I'll put him down in the paint.
Brendan Schaub?
Yep.
I was thinking, too, I want to only pick black guys, so I'm going to start off with Andrew Schultz. My first one. And then, so I got black.
But hold on. No fashion in the paint. That's the only thing, bro.
Nah.
You do more than 3 seconds of fashion in the paint, you're out.
So I'm going to take Andrew Schultz as my first black guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then second, I'm going to take I'll take Dave Chappelle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does he hoop?
I don't know, but it's just nice to have two black legends on your squad.
Respect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with this is so tough, even though I have this wall right here to help. I'm gonna go with
You get two. You take two.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go with Andrew Santino.
Nice.
He's
and you got one more, right?
Yep. And I'm going to go with, I'll probably roll with Leslie Jones.
Nice. That's a nice pick.
That's defense.
Andrew Jones. So now I've picked my final two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my final two, I'll say I will go with my second pick. I'd like to go with Eric Griffin.
Nice.
Yeah. He's tall.
Nice. He can coach when
Yeah. Well, no, I gotta pick for who my coach is going to be.
Okay.
And then for the fifth, my final, I'd like to round it out. I'll round it out with Bill Burr.
Wow.
I'll round it out with Bill Burr. Just a tough Boston guy that, will miss one shot and start punching people in the face, cause a fight. I like that.
Okay.
I want a scrappy white dude.
Respect.
So that's Bill Burr.
Respect, man. I'm going to roll then. I need a little bit of outside. I'm going to need a shooter from the outside. So I'm going to go with... I'm gonna go with give me Sebastian. I'll take Sebastian Maniscalco.
Nice.
Wow.
I could see he stays in shape.
Yep.
And I could see him. It might be really hilarious to watch, but I could see him somehow shooting a 3-pointer.
Yeah. Yeah, and those pants.
And I could see him jumping when he does it.
He needs to jump. Yeah. You got one more pick.
All right, I got one more pick. Then I'm going to need a little bit more help down in the paint. I'm going to go with somebody long. I'm going to go with Chris Porter.
Nice. Chris Porter. That's a nice squad. And now coaching, my team would like to be coached by Ari Shafir.
Okay.
I think he would have some words for the reps. That would piss people off.
Okay, just that.
Yeah.
All right. My team, I think, is going to be coached by Eric Griffin, actually. So he's going to have to come out of the game sometime.
yeah. Riffing reps.
Yeah. So I would go coached by Eric Griffin.
All right. I think that's a nice squad. Hopefully that answers the young lady's question.
Why y'all gonna leave Kirk Fox on the bench? He's
Yes, I am.
super tall, and he plays tennis. He's athletic.
Yeah, I don't know if I see him doing basketball well. He was also in The Patriot, which was one of my favorite movies.
Interesting.
Shout out Mel Gibson.
I could also give Bobby Lee would be nice on the team.
Is it so? Oh,
we could use him as the basketball.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Just use him as like a complaining little basketball.
Yeah. I love Bobby Lee, man. Here's another guy's podcast, the Tiger Belly podcast I did.
Oh man,
that was fantastic.
So
shout out Bobby Lee. Thank you.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, what is it about the podcast? I mean, that everybody. I mean, it definitely allows you to know people kind of better. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because like when I did also Andrew Santino with Whiskey Ginger, another one that helped me. It's like you just talk for an hour or two about anything. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's personal, sometimes it's a mix of both. Divulge information. People feel like they really know you. They're investing in you. It's not like a 5-minute little Tonight Show set, which is fine, or even an hour-long stand-up set, which is still disconnected. A podcast is like, hey, I'm you know me now.
Right.
So it's like I'm listening to you. You're in my ear for an hour. It almost feels like a family member, I think, to some people. I know even me, when I listen to podcasts, sometimes to catch up with you guys, I'll listen to your guys' podcast because I'm like, I can find out about their life this way.
Yeah.
So, and I think that easily makes an audience member buy a ticket. What I need to do personally is stop divulging so much personal information because I'm pissing members of my family and friends off because I'm making jokes about them using their real names because I just get so in the moment. Because right now we're just in a little studio.
I did that with my whole town.
Yeah, because right now we're just like in a little beautiful studio, but like this could be heard by 1 million plus, and I'm just yelling Pat Finnegan. That's his actual birth name. That's his government name, and he's an active duty firefighter. And I just said he used to beat people with a bat. So he could lose his job.
Well, look, Pat, or he could gain work somewhere as a bouncer. You know what I'm saying? You got to think of the other side of the coin. You could be doing something for Pat Finnegan.
Because half this shit is like, I'm having a good time. I'm telling the truth, but I'm making it up or I'm embellishing the details for performance, and people get pissed. Like even people in my personal life, like, yo, why the fuck do you say that about me? I'm like, yo, when the mics turn off, I don't even remember what I said.
Yeah.
Like we're talking for an hour and a half. I don't know what the fuck I said. I'm just in the moment having fun.
That's what I see. I used to tell people, I'm just trying to be alive. Like I'm trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
While I'm on a microphone or not.
I'm not trying to hurt anybody. What do you use, Per Plus? Because it looks like, because you have very, very healthy hair.
Yeah, really?
Absolutely, man.
Wow, thanks.
Not a lot of people could pull off a mullet and bangs. So this podcast crew.
Mullet and bangs. That's our new nickname, dude.
Mullet and
if
bangs.
we're ever cops. Speaking of people, I'm not sure what you just said a second ago, but I do want to say I want to call Brad Williams because remember this Quaden Bales thing that happened?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
The young gunner, this Australian young buck.
Right.
And people were really lighting into him.
Yeah, but right.
And Brad did a fundraiser for him, and it was supposed to be to raise $10,000, and I think they raised about a lot more. I want to say a couple 100,000.
But then, unfortunately,
hold on.
Okay.
Sorry, don't hold on. You say whatever you want.
Yeah, say what you.
I was going to say, man. I'm sorry. Pictures of that kid came out with him with strippers and stuff like that.
Did they really?
So I don't think he's 8 years. They say he's not 8 or 9 years old, but I don't care. He's still small enough. He still can't get on all the rides, so we should still just send him out there.
Well, I mean, if you want, I don't know what happened. So what I'm wondering is, do we know what happened?
And you guys are going to have to put on the headphones to hear Brad when we call him.
I mean, $300,000 is a lot of fucking money.
I don't have Brad's number. All right. Because this thing really captivated the nation last week.
And put the phone in the middle of the table.
Hey, brother, what's up, man? It's Theo.
Hey, buddy.
How are you?
Doing fantastic.
Hey, man, thanks for answering the call. We got Chris Distefano here in the podcast right now. And
what's up, Brad?
Hey, buddy. Hey, Chris, I'm seeing you on Thursday.
Yes, on Thursday, man. We're going to do Kimmel together.
Oh, y'all are?
Little stand-up, yeah.
A duet?
We could do that. I'm down to do that.
Yeah, we're gonna do a Jeff Dunham act.
Yeah.
Hold on, But Brad, only if Chris sits on your lap. That's the only way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a reverse Jeff Dunham.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Bro, that's
Get your
one
hand up my ass.
It's one of my
Yeah,
favorite
by the
sex
way,
moves. The reverse Jeff Dunham.
Yeah, you can get a reverse Jeff Dunham at the Cat House in Vegas.
Let's do it, dude. That's why I'll stay an extra night then.
You don't need an extra night, bro. You just stop by during the day.
All right, I'll do that.
Don't
then.
be that creeper that hangs out.
Me and Brad daylight the Cat House.
You're gonna be living in the apartments?
Brad,
Oh God.
Brad, we talked about the Quaden Bales thing on the podcast last week, and everybody's been talking about it. I know that you did a fundraiser for him. Can you kind of take us through a little bit of that and where you're at now with it?
Yeah, no problem. First of all, he's 9 years old. Everybody, okay? So stop with your damn conspiracy theories. He's 9 years old. Anyway, I got wind of the video because I've got some Australian fans that kept sending me the video, and I don't know like why they kept sending it to me. Just like, hey, you're a dwarf, he's a dwarf, you can help him. I don't know.
Damn, yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking.
Like y'all are cousins.
Yeah, like I've got some hotline or something. But
Yeah.
but I saw the video, and like anyone who saw the video who's got a pulse, I was really moved by it. Of course, I'm a fellow little person. He's got the same kind of dwarfism that I do, and I was bullied growing up. So it really spoke to me. So I thought I got to do something, but I can't. You know, I'm out in Los Angeles. What can I do? He's in Australia, so I thought, well, I'll throw together a GoFundMe page and send the kid to Disneyland. I grew up going to Disneyland. Kids love Disneyland. Mm-hmm. So I did that, set the goal at $10,000, because with $10,000 you can buy them flights, tickets, and maybe 2 churros. Those things are expensive.
Yeah.
And I figured, you know, that'd be a good time. So I set it at $10,000, tweeted it out, and then I went to bed. And the next day it was at $18,000.
Damn.
And then Hugh Jackman talked about it. William Shatner talked about it. It started getting passed around to all these celebrities.
Rescue 911.
And then currently we're at $460,000.
Damn.
God.
That's what Theo gets for a weekend.
Homeboy is gonna buy Disneyland, and I'm thrilled about that. I hope a dwarf owns Disneyland, because then probably no more height requirements. I'll be happy.
That'd be great.
Yeah, Space Mountain all day.
And so whenever the conspiracy theories came out, I mean, just because, you know, people are skeptical of everything,
Sure.
What did you do then?
Oh man, I just kind of let it go. Like, if I chased down every person that was talking about it or saying that he's 18 years old or that he's not really 18, he's a 45-year-old actor, you know, just weird stuff like that.
Yeah, people saying he's in Dunkirk.
He was in Dunkirk?
Yeah, that's what people were saying.
That's hilarious. What, were they dropping him out of the plane?
All kind of shit. I have no idea.
He played one of the bombs. You guys didn't see him?
Dropping him onto the Germans?
Yeah, there were all kinds of conspiracy theories. People were saying that he worked for the city. I remember somewhere outside of Akron. There was all kind of wild stuff. But did you check with him? Did you do any other recon to make sure that you were, like, did you have any question?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to make sure that he's a good kid and that, you know, he's a kid. But I got to FaceTime with him and FaceTime with both him and his mom. And that's back when the fundraiser was at $20,000, and it really hadn't picked up yet. News organizations weren't really talking about it. So I was FaceTiming with him. He seems like a fun, normal kid. Oh. And then once it started going above like $50,000, $75,000, I started reaching out to a bunch of different people that run charities and do these kind of things all the time. GoFundMe is an incredible website because once a fundraiser hits a certain point, they assign a team to that fundraiser. So I had a team from GoFundMe and constant communication, and they vetted everything. They looked into everything. They did amazing work. So
and where does the money go?
Well, and we posted an update on the page So Caden and his family actually released a statement that said that they are turning down the trip to Disneyland and they want all the money to just go to charity.
Wow.
So
that's dope.
He's ridiculous.
Are you going to pick the charity? Does he pick the charity? How does it work?
I did another FaceTime call with him and his mom, and we kind of went through all the charities that we wanted to go through. Because if you look at the original wording on my GoFundMe, I said any excess money would be donated to charity. So we picked some great charities, and they're actually posted right now on the GoFundMe page. We picked 6 different charities. Some charities,
right?
Yeah.
Now,
Stomp Out Bullying, Born This Way. Those are 2 charities in the United States. There's 4 charities in Australia. We're giving about $66,000 to each of those charities, and then whatever money is left over, I decided to give it to Caden and his family, and said, "You guys can spend that money however you want. I know you're turning down money, but many people donated to this fund with the thought of their money going directly to the family."
Right.
So I thought, let's honor that.
And is it 400,000 U.S. or Australian? What's the currency?
It's 460,000 U.S., which is a little over 700,000 Australian.
Yo, they could buy one of those they could buy the Aborigine people with that, right?
Not all of them. You could buy probably a couple.
Couple of them, yeah.
Oh, and this is a good time to add that some of the charities are anti-racism charities that stand up for the rights of the Aborigine people.
Absolutely, as do I. I've never met an Aborigine person. Have you, Theo?
Yes,
I would love to meet one. I know, because I don't think I have any Aborigine fans, but I'm looking for that. That's one of the things I'm trying to get from my podcast.
There you go.
You got to get
It'll
some.
Be fantastic.
And yeah, and I, Brad, too, because I'm just a victim of the internet as well. It's like all these pictures are like, oh, he's 19 years old, he's with strippers, he's got guns. I mean, how do they do all that?
Yeah.
What is it?
Listen,
Photoshop?
The internet is an amazing place, both good and bad. I mean, there were people that were spreading rumors that there was some, I looked at a lot of this stuff because I wanted to make sure that the money was going to a good spot. There was one person who had a Facebook talk show that said that Caden was this 9-year-old running around the school sexually assaulting girls, and
I mean
they said that their proof was that they read one Facebook comment and they posted the Facebook comment and it said, "Oh, a friend of mine, his kid goes to the same school and knows some girls where this happened." I'm like, really? You're going through all this off a Facebook comment?
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
People
were going nuts.
Is there? I mean, yeah, there's all kind of stuff. People said he opened up for Gucci Mane. There was all kind of shit.
I mean, that is the problem. Is when UTA signs him and he starts taking dates away from everybody, we're gonna be like, "Fuck you, Brad."
That's a great point, man. This dude's gonna be.
They signed Bagel Boy, Bagel Boss.
Yeah, they had this kid named Lightning Rod. I don't want to say Lightning Rodney, maybe, when I was growing up. Some guy that got hit by lightning, and they tried to tour him around locally.
Really?
Yeah.
He was probably moving major tickets.
Oh, he wasn't doing anything, maybe 40 tickets.
Nah, Katie will sell out.
Now, what about this, Brad? Are there higher costs associated with being a little person growing up? Are there extra costs?
Sure. Yeah, well, just in terms of, I mean, at your most basic cost, most clothes that I would like to buy don't fit me. So you got to get stuff that's tailored, unless you just want to be walking around with a shirt that has Bob the Builder on it. But I doubt you want that. Yeah. So, yeah, you have extra tailoring. And then plus a lot of little people have medical problems, whether it be neck or leg surgeries. I've had one dwarf-related surgery on my legs. So yeah, they can get problems that way as well. So that's why I wanted to give the family a little bit of money, just because if those kind of things are coming up with Caden, I want to make sure that they're taken care of, and that's what the people who gave money to the campaign wanted as well. So
yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
man, that's dope.
and it's really great, and people stepped up, and we ended up donating a ton of money to charity that's going to anti-bullying and anti-abuse, anti-racism charities. So a lot of people are going to be helped in a very positive way because of this. And I could not be more thankful.
That's awesome. Man, and I know, because I'm a dad. I know you're a new dad. Congrats. It's like when I see stuff like that, and I'm sure it's the same with you. It's like you can't help but think, like, what if that was my child being abused that way? Like, so it's great that you made an effort and did it. Because there's times when I see videos like that, and I'm like, I can't. What if that was my daughter? And then I have a chance to donate, and I just watch Pornhub or do something different. But you actually went out there and made a difference, which is why you're happily married, and I'm single, living with Don DePetta on his couch.
There's still time.
That's why I got visitation rights. But you have a full, happy family.
There's still time. Brad, thanks so much, man. And at least Chris will be warmed up for your podcast later this week, man.
Hey, sounds great. Thank you, guys. Gang, everybody.
Before he hangs up, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's the quickest way to get to your GoFundMe? Because when you just search on GoFundMe, we can't find it. So how can we get to the actual GoFundMe?
If you guys still want to donate to the GoFundMe, because it is still open, you can. Probably the quickest way is just to go to my Twitter and then scroll down the tweets, and you'll find links. I'm on Twitter at FunnyBrad, and if not, I'm sure you can just Google GoFundMe for a bullied Australian boy, and something's going to pop up. There'll be news articles, there'll be links. You can,
and there'll be $460,000 in there already. So
yeah, oh man, and I had so many friends that were like, it really makes you realize who your friends are, because I had so many friends that were like sending me messages like, dude, embezzle it, take it, go to Sweden. And I'm like,
go to Sweden?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So what if you disguised yourself as Quaden and went to Disneyland?
Shave, get a tan. Oh yeah.
It could happen, man.
Dude.
Dude, thanks so much. It's such a cool story to hear, man. And just thanks for jumping on the line with us and sharing that.
No problem. Love you guys. Love the podcast. See you on Thursday, Chris.
See you Thursday, Brad.
I love you, man. Peace. It's that time. That's right. This winter, you should start a new routine and upgrade your everyday life with a monthly box of awesome. Imagine a box shows up and what's in it. Oh, awesome. That's right. A box of awesome from Bespoke Post. Bespoke Post sends guys only the best stuff every month. What do you have, guy? I got the best. So whether you're looking to commemorate an occasion with a champagne saber or toast perfectly with aged winter cocktails, Box of Awesome has you covered. From style and grooming goods to barware, cooking tools, and outdoor gear. Box of Awesome has carefully built collections for every part of your life. If you're not doing awesome, you can be. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right box of awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel at any time. Each box costs only $45, but has over $70 worth of gear inside. I just got my box of awesome from Bespoke Post. Got this beautiful green traveling carry bag, and I'm really excited about using it when I go to Maui. Sorry to brag, but I'm so excited. Right now, you can get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code Theo at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code THEO for 20% off your first box. Support this past weekend. Get that box of awesome. And now, back to Chris.
What a great guy.
Yeah. And About Last Night, that's their podcast, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's just Adam Ray now. Brad's not on anymore.
Oh, right on.
He's not in the pod. Yeah, so.
Brad's going to get rewarded in the afterlife for that. Mm-hmm. Because I don't know, like there's certain rules and regulations with little people in the afterlife. They have to do certain tasks. Absolutely. They have to do certain tasks to get into.
No, that's that movie you're talking about, I think.
I thought that
Princess
was reality.
Bride.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Because I Because, I wasn't sure. And I wanted to ask Brad, but I kind of chickened out, is because the thing is, like, they all kind of look alike to me.
Little people?
So I was kind of wanting to be like Brad. Like, Brad looks different. He's, famous and doing well. But, like, all the other ones, like, all these little pictures, like, I don't know. It's all the same to me.
Well, dude, I respect
them all, but I just, you know what I mean?
You don't respect them all.
I do. I respect them all.
Dude,
I keep my distance safely, and I respect them all.
Wow. I'll tell you this. I saw 2 cats attack a little person in Hermosa Beach. And this is about 7 years ago, or probably about 11 years ago now. I saw 2 cats attack a little person in Hermosa, dude. And it was insane, bro. It was like Rome. It was like watching ancient Rome go down.
Really?
Yeah.
I kissed a little woman on the lips.
Yeah.
Like a couple of years ago. Made out after the show. Beautiful,
really?
Beautiful spirit, beautiful soul.
And was that in where, Baltimore?
That was not in Baltimore. That was actually outside Bananas Comedy Club.
Over there in Hasbrook Heights?
Yep, I made out with a little girl. Not a little girl.
What an ironic...
A little woman. I made out with a little person who was a legally aged woman in her 20s.
Damn.
What an ironic name for the city, Hasbrook Heights.
Yeah. There you go. Nikki Bangs. Bang. Hitting them hard. Yo, dude, Brad was talking about Disney World, too. I just came from, or Disneyland, which I think is a great thing that he's doing. Disney World, I just took my daughter to Disney World in Orlando.
Oh, wow.
Me, my mother, and my daughter.
And now, has this been a lifelong dream or something? Has this been like one of those things? Or have you taken your kid before?
I wanted to take my daughter for Christmas time.
Is that her name?
Delilah. She's on the wall. I wanted to take my daughter, Delilah, to Germany for Christmas this year. Yeah, I wanted to go.
And that's
all out.
about as Christmas as you can get. Let's go to Germany.
I wanted to show her where Christmas started and where the white race started.
Oh, yeah,
I wanted to show her where the humble beginnings of the Reich. No, I'm kidding. But I wanted to show, I'm just fucking around. You got to know I'm just fucking around.
Dude, I know you're fucking around,
No, but the dwarf jokes, I'm just kidding around.
Bro,
I said I want to buy Aborigine people, and it's like they're slaves over there. Fucking, I'm being an idiot, but don't cut it.
I said you could buy a few.
I know. I said I could buy the race.
Yeah, that's
at
crazy.
a discount, man, on GoFundMe. And also, it's like, all those surgeries doesn't have universal health care.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
For where, in Australia?
Yeah, for the leg surgeries that he'll need.
Well, they could. Yeah, I don't know if they do or not. They have universal
I'm just
health care in
kidding
Australia?
around. They do have, but I'm just kidding. I just hope people know I'm just joking around.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you have to say that now in these podcasts.
Well, am I not helping you with my vibes? My
yeah,
because
sometimes
serious?
I'll say something, you'll just look at me and just you'll just start curling the bottom of your mullet with your finger. I'll just see your fucking hair.
That's a sign for help. Dude.
Yeah, you'll just be like, yo, I'm like, you're just looking at me, you'll unbutton a button, Nikki Bangs will fucking, Don's texting women. Don's in a full sex hole. So, no.
Bro, have you ever been texting somebody like about sex and you're having like a business conversation or something with somebody else at the same time?
Yeah, well, today on the plane, I fell asleep. I was flying JetBlue and I fell asleep and my phone was open and my Snapchat was open. Some girl had sent her titties on Snapchat while the flight attendant, I was just having my eyes closed and the flight attendant gave me my breakfast. But yeah, those titties were open on my tray.
Dude, I had a woman on a plane once wake me up from being asleep and tell me my penis was erect, bro.
No.
And that it was bothering her. Yeah.
Really? What'd you do?
Yeah, she said, your body, sir, your body.
Didn't you used to go and manipulate women's vaginas, though, for health reasons? Wasn't that used to be an old job? We used to talk about it on Opie.
Yep, we used to do orgasmic meditation.
Right. You still fuck with that or not?
I don't. There's been people trying to get me back into it, but I think they're just kind of looking for, I don't know. It's too much time. It's just, I don't have the time right now.
Right. Dude, I went to Disney. I went to Disney World, right? And they were priding themselves. Because, like I said, I want to take her to Germany. I want to take my daughter to Germany. And I said to my mom.
And she's Latina, isn't it?
She's Latina.
She's Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. She's half Puerto Rican, half, German, Irish, Italian, just white.
Yeah, clockmaker.
She's white. Yeah, she's just fucking clockmaker. Just white, European, and then Puerto Rican.
I've seen the Nutcracker, dude.
Yeah. So that's just me. West Side Story is just me. So I tell my mom, I'm like, hey, do you want to come with us to Germany? I want to take my daughter to Germany, and you could come through. I'll buy you a plane ticket. You could babysit or whatever when I go out and get these German guys, brothels or whatever at late night. And my mom goes, no, we're not going to go to Germany. Let's go to Disney World. And if you want to go to Germany, we could just go to Epcot and go to the German country and we can have some beers because she's 4 years old. Why are you taking her to Germany? And I'm like, this is my idea. I just want to show her Christmas. She was like, she's too young. She's not going to have a good time. So my mother convinced me to go to Disney. So we go to Disney. Here's the thing. So first of all, the trip starts off, Disney World starts off poorly. because I just come off great run of shows at Gotham Comedy Club, beautiful, New York City, great, my hometown.
Chris Mazzilli, a legend over there.
Legend, great shows. And every time I pee, it's burning. It's burning. I got a little sting. So I'm like, fuck. Whatever.
And you've been having sex with random women?
I've been having unprotected sex.
Yep.
So I'm just like, for months before that, I probably had unprotected sex with about 40 plus women.
Wow.
Yeah. So they don't call me Chrissy Drip Drop for nothing. so I've since improved, but
Amen, bro. No, I like you. You're out there and you ain't afraid to get, just to be a human.
Chrissy Drip Drop, baby.
Taking chances, bro.
Yeah. So anyway, so the trip is going good. First of all, you're in about $10,000 to have, your mother and your daughter go. It's about 10 G's. So first day we get there, we go to the Magic Kingdom, and you get there, and all they do is pride themselves. All Disney World does is pride themselves on how friendly they are to the nature economy. Mm-hmm. How do you say that? How they're eco-friendly. They're eco-friendly, so they're saying they use paper straws. All we do is use paper straws. You love us, paper straws, Then I take my daughter to get her hair done at the Bippity Boppity Boutique, which is the boutique in the Magic Kingdom. $600 fucking dollars to get her hair done. An extra.
What'd you get it done into, dude? A hot air balloon?
No, dude, I got it done into Nick's Banks. It was about $600. So
$600.
$600 to get her done with the prince. She got a Cinderella dress. She got her hair done by Cinderella. Wow. So it's a whole experience. And then an extra $50 for tea. I saw them making the tea at a fucking Keurig in the back. So bullshit. So it's like, okay, paper straws. You're using paper straws. You'll save the turtles, but you'll rape the fucking parents, right? So all fucked up. So I was pissed off because my mother had my credit card because I was on my phone a lot, responding to emails, sexting. I was in a full sex hole and work hole while my daughter and mother are experiencing these beautiful things at Disneyland. So
I'm just story of your life.
I'm just fully out of my mind, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Boy. So I'm being an idiot. So my mother's like, listen, why don't you, we'll meet you back here in 2 hours. Give me your credit card. And then see my Amex just getting fucking hit up. Bippity boppity.
What are they doing?
$600.
Getting taffy and
caricature.
Stuff?
Yeah, my mom got shirts,
That Wild Western drawing where they get the fake gun.
Yo, I was gone for 2 hours. She hit my card for $2,300. Kiss ash. Yeah. And I just was like, fuck. So then I'm like, because then I got stressed out. And when you get stressed out and you have chlamydia on deck, when you have STD brewing, when you get stressed out, it really starts to flow.
Yep.
So I was like, shit, I know I have it. So I called my boy, who's an ER doctor, and I explained to him the signs and symptoms. He was like, fuck,
hey,
dude.
drop off a bag of salt over here.
Yo. He was like,
that's a haunted castle.
He was like, that's an STD, man. How quick can you get back to New York? I said, this is day one of my Disney trip. We're at the Magic Kingdom. He goes, all right, send me your location. So I sent him the location. He gets a pharmacy, like 10 miles away, but in Orlando still kind of like on the outskirts of Disney.
Not in Disney.
No, but like not on the Disney property, but like where Disney people who work for Disney, like their local CVS.
Okay.
So he goes out there, calls in the STD fucking medication for me. So I go there, everyone's got little kids, sore throat medicine, people buying binkies.
Everyone's got little Kims too over there. I don't know if you've been there.
And I'm over there, and I go over there, and I pick up STD medication. I had a goofy shirt on. I had a goofy shirt on and an I Love Disney hat on. And I forgot that because I was dressed. My daughter was like, you got to dress, wear your Disney shit.
Yeah.
So I picked up STD med. I took my daughter and mother back to the hotel. I said, hey, listen, I'm just going to go for a jog. And I got in an Uber and I went and picked up those STD meds with my goofy shirt on. And I popped those. And then I started to feel better. Started to feel a little bit better. And now I'm proud to say that I've been Chrissy Condoms. I was Chrissy Celibacy for a month after that, and now I've been exclusively Chrissy Condoms. But even now that I've been wearing condoms exclusively, still sometimes when I pee, it burns a little. I'm like, did I get one back? Did one sneak through the condom? Or do you think that that's just me being hyperactive and anxious? If I'm using the condoms, you wouldn't worry about the STD.
I think
what do you say?
I think you could have muscle memory probably in your penis or something and it has that recall a little bit of having the symptom.
Have you ever got sniped? You ever got burnt with an STD?
Yep, I got something one time. I was living with this guy named Ken, actually, who had a couple cats, dude, and he used to get stoned and make them do tricks in the living room and stuff,
right.
Jump in these boxes.
Yeah.
And when I was leaving, when I was moving out, he said, hey, people are going to come look at the place,
Okay.
And so some lady came by and checked it out, and she was attractive, and so I started hitting on her.
Right.
And then that night, she and I went out.
Right.
And he just said to me, he's like, dude, do not hook up with this young lady who is potentially going to live here. You know,
Right.
like I need somebody to live here.
Right.
I was like, I will not do that.
Right.
And then I hooked up with her that night in the room right next to his room.
And you went raw daddy.
I don't believe I had any condoms at the time. And
What'd you catch? The clap? Gonorrhea?
no, she caught something from me. But she told me, she said, hey, you have something. And I don't know if I did have something because I didn't have something before.
I think she was lying.
But then one of us had something, and you had to go get rid of it. Yeah, I got chlamydia.
But it was good, though. But you never had any symptoms of the chlamydia.
It wasn't bad, nuh-uh. But you just go get something and you get rid of it, and that's the only scare that I ever had.
It's kind of like a sore throat, but for your dick.
Yeah,
In a way.
It's like your dick is almost going through a tough time after a war or something, it feels like.
Yeah, it's a little beat up. It's like your dick, yes, just on the injured reserve list, but it's going to make a full comeback.
Yeah. It's almost exciting a little. It's like a little bit of a badge of, I hear from older men it used to be a badge of honor back in the day.
But how do you combat?
Dante has chlamydia, you know.
How do you combat being
Let's get
single?
him a champagne, let's do a champagne.
And getting all the attention that you do from females, how do you not fall into a sex addict hole? Do you just not respond to people? Because sometimes I text you and you don't text back. And I want to know if there's ladies out there that feel that way as well.
Oh, I don't know, man. I mean, I think, how do I not? I mean, I'll do some flirting here and there, like.
But you don't respond to all these ladies on the DM.
No,
because I'm constantly responding, and I have to. I've made a very recent effort. Like the last 72 hours, I actually posted a video on my stories, and I said, "Hey, I know I give you guys a lot of energy. I love you. Thank you so much for your support. But if I leave you unseen, or if I just double tap your message, don't take it disrespectfully. I gotta take care of me first because I was
live a life. Yeah,
I was fully too much invested in that phone and in those DMs, and I was, and there was a point where I was having sex no condoms, and then I even having sex with the condoms. I'm like, even though you're protecting yourself, which is good, you're still. The act is still, you're still delving into all this energy and all this.
Oh
fuel
yeah, it's a
with them.
ton of extra energy. I haven't really had as much energy to really just be out milling around.
You jerking off a lot?
Trying not to jerk off that much. I did masturbate yesterday. I didn't want to, so that was really a kind of a wild event. But
do you watch porn?
No, try not to watch porn.
I don't jerk it like this either. I don't know. I lay my penis on my stomach and I put my hands like this and I rub the base of my penis and I come into my belly button.
Oh wow!
What?
Yeah, that's always the way I've masturbated.
It sounds so French. I feel like
it's always the way I masturbate, man. I make like a little pussy with my thumbs and I rub the base.
Hit it, Nick.
Yeah.
Nick does a Miggy is there you're rapping, but
yeah, and I blow it load into my belly button.
Really?
Yeah, and I used to let it glaze over too, and just my shirts or shorts were always stuck to my belly button. I used to rip it off when I was a kid, and I would always have a cut in my belly button. People thought I used to have my belly button pierced, but it wasn't. It was from the cum dried up on my stomach that would rip off. It was the skin.
God, brother.
Yeah,
dude.
Are we doing all right on this podcast? Is this all right?
I think we're good.
All right,
this is fantastic.
Dude, I know that if I ejaculate, I will use it now. When I was young, I wouldn't do anything with it. I would deposit it or ejaculate into like a bowl or into a into a toilet or something. But now I will actually use some of it on my body as like a, legitimately as an ointment or a salve.
I've never been in a voluntary gay sex act, but when I was a kid, I was like the runt of my friend group. I was like 10 and my friends were 13, 14.
I could see that.
And the McKenzie brothers, one time I was taking a shit.
Were they redheaded?
No, but they were twins and they had shaved heads. They were crazy Irish kids from Queens. One of them sat on my legs when I was taking a shit, and the other one jumped on my mom's sink and skull fucked me. 2 pumps, and my head hit off the back. The back. I swear to God, the back ceramic tile, and knocked down one of my mom's ceramic tiles. And I told it I was horsing around playing ball, but really I got skull fucked by one of these dudes. And I remember tasting a little bit of his pre-cum, and yeah, it was weird, man. I took one right off the uvula, and I didn't. and I didn't.
That's a hot.
I didn't like it. No, the problem is I didn't like it. I did not like it. Yep. But I also didn't hate it. So that's why I'll say I can confidently tell you that I'm 100% sure I am not gay, but I am also 100% sure I'm not straight. Yep. So you tell me what that means.
Well, I think there's a thing called element of surprise gay, where somebody surprises you with a gay act.
Like a Pearl Harbor gay.
Yeah, like Pearl Harbor, but suddenly you're just resting and then a bunch of wieners fall on your house.
A sneak attack gay.
Yeah, like that kind of thing is like...
Because there's been times where you and I have been walking, when we've been in New York, when we were very close. So I was definitely falling in love with the conversations we were having. I was about to hold your hand or something like that.
Really?
Yes. I remember there was one time you were wearing pinstripe pants, like locomotive pants.
Yeah, I used to love those pants, and I bought them very cheap.
Yeah, man, those locomotive pants. I remember,
all aboard,
Theo's,
baby.
Yeah, all aboard, Theo. Because you kind of have a little bit of a fucking cake ass.
I got that keister, bro.
You got a keister.
You know, I got that German keister. Here's a
my
white
fault.
guy right here from Lord of the Rings. Let's see what he has.
Literally, does Chris know there's literally a 2% chance that you'll die if you get the coronavirus? 2. It's just the flu. Gang, gang.
Gang, bro.
I didn't say anything about the coronavirus, though.
We used to solicit questions for you the video of you having Anxiety Tuesday.
Right.
So I think he thinks you're going a little, but
Well, the whole thing about Anxiety Tuesday, hopefully get some new fans come over to me. The Anxiety Tuesday, I never do it on a Tuesday. I don't do it I do it once every other week, and it's always sarcasm and satire about something. So that coronavirus video, although I'm appearing to be saying I'm anxious about it, the point of Anxiety Tuesday is to be satire, because I agree with him that it's not something to really worry about.
Yeah, I think it's not something to worry about. I feel like, but also, and then in 2 weeks, you and I could be deceased. It's like,
could be.
I wouldn't be shocked if a disease gets created that we can't solve.
I think the Chinese created it in a lab. I think people who
like
think
Eminem kind of.
I think exactly. Happy Black History Month.
Well, thank you. And also, I want to say
also Happy
this.
Women's Month.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, it is Women's Month. Huh?
Yes.
5G. Now, there's a theory out there that 5G created. Have you seen this, Nick?
Who's 5G? Is he a rapper as well?
No, 5G, the wireless.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 5G wireless, which was created over there in Wuhan.
Right, in the Wuhan clan.
Yeah, that is where that's the thing that's created it.
I don't think for a second that it wasn't created in a lab. It feels like it was created in a lab to cause hysteria as just something else you can blame Donald Trump for. I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if Ocasio-Cortez and the Wuhan lab created
straight
that
out
thing.
of Wuhan.
Yeah, straight out of Wuhan. If and Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden and all those liberals cucks created the coronavirus, put that shit, made the masks. The masks are made in China, which everyone wears. They dip those in coronavirus, sell the mask to us, and we spread it, and it crashes the economy, gets Trump out of office. But here's the truth. You can't get Trump out of office. He'll always be here to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he could be here for a long time. Social media conspiracies blame coronavirus on 5G internet. This is what I'm talking about right here. And this is...
She'll get kissed on. This lady will get cracked open and cleaned out. I like her lips.
Yeah, this lady is...
By the way, I just wanted to say I was joking about the Trump Democrat. I was just kidding. I have no political affiliation.
Oh, dude. Look, I think that...
I don't hate Trump. I don't love him. Anytime
somebody starts winning... They definitely release a lot of information to like try and cannibalize. Remember they said a few weeks ago that the Russian bots were supporting Bernie. Remember that? Like what? Like it's just like it just never ends. I don't believe the news anymore. I'm not a news believer. No. But I will say this though. Now that's an interesting theory that 5G
created it.
That's what's causing it. Because wouldn't it be interesting if they had a technological advancement that we don't know the side effects of, which is probably most of them.
Right.
That we don't know the side effects. Like, what if we created like a wireless or some sort of a thing that's flowing through our body sometimes through the air, and it causes a disease in us? It sounds like pretty feasible.
Pretty feasible, but so far, have there been people that have beaten the coronavirus and 100% cleared it already and it's gone?
Most people.
Yeah,
that's a thing.
It's one of those things.
Yeah, you got to show me a dead, bro.
Yeah.
SMAD, bro. Show me a dead before I go full.
Well, some people are dying, but it seems like it's more elderly.
Where? Yeah, but that's just an old person dies and they should do a snap of them. Oh, here's Granny left.
You want to see somebody at the top of their fucking game drop dead of the coronavirus.
Yeah, dude, I want to see Tyson Fury freaking take,
Yeah, take it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bro.
92,000 cases, 48,000 have recovered, 3,000 have died.
That's worldwide.
Yeah.
And
so the flu...
I bet those 3,000 are babies and old people.
So the seasonal flu kills way more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, listen, you can worry about everything.
Here's a guy
Who's
right
this guy?
here. Huh? This is a guy from, obviously...
From the 1920s.
A good guy, yeah.
He's got a nice mustache.
One of those strong men with the...
Oh, yeah, with the 200-pound dumbbells?
He votes for Trump.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Shane Dog here.
What's up,
out
Shane?
in Ellensburg, Washington. Wanted to let you both know I love both of you guys. You guys are both two of my favorite comedians. You guys give me something to look forward to every week, and you guys make me laugh nonstop. You guys are killing it, and please keep doing what y'all are doing. Now, this question here is a little bit more directed towards Crystal Clear Chrissy, little chlamydia Chrissy over here. I need to ask him a real serious question. I'm going to New York for the first time. I got nominated for an award for my college radio show, and so did my station, so I'm going out there. I'm going to be put up in Manhattan, pretty close to Madison Square Garden, and there's a lot of things you can do in New York, but I want to know what your authentic New York experience is for some West Coast kid trying to go out and be an East Coast cutie with a smoothie out here in these streets.
Okay.
And Theo, I'd like to know, what's your favorite spot in New York? What do you like about New York? I want your opinion on New York.
Okay.
Gang, gang, and ladder 14.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I like 2 out of the 3 of your fans so far have lisps. You got a heavy lisp fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a lot of damaged
dudes.
Yeah.
So I like that kid a lot. He's got an endearing voice. I think anyone with a little bit of a lisp like that, it's endearing to me. I would like to listen that on the radio.
Do you think he has a lisp, though?
I think he has a lisp. I kept wiping my cheeks. I thought he was spitting on me.
Did you really?
Yeah, through the camera. But
I think he might just have you could have unique shape. You have a very unique shaped head. What if the sound's not coming in right?
That's true. My head is fucked up.
No.
But I like that kid. I liked his mustache. He seemed like a real nice kid. So what I'm going to tell him to do is when he's come to New York
give him that
City,
experience.
I'm going to say he could come through to my crib.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to say is that unique experience just for him. He could come to and he could come tickle me with that mustache, just like the McKenzie brothers. Yeah, no. I think what he should do is go get a slice of pizza from Joe's in the West Village by the Comedy Cellar. I think he should go see a stand-up show at the Comedy Cellar, or if one of his comedians that he knows he's a fan of is performing in New York City, go see him or her headline at Gotham or Caroline's Comedy Club. If not, go down to the Comedy Cellar or the Stand Comedy Club or New York Comedy Club. These are great venues to see a show. Go get a slice of pizza from Joe's. I would say if he's never been there, it's just an experience to walk over the Brooklyn Bridge because it's scary as fuck when you get into the middle because it's only wooden planks, so you can see down hundreds of feet below you and you'll fall to your death. Definitely see Brooklyn. I would go to Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, along with Williamsburg and some of the trendy, quinoa flea market places. Also go to deep Brooklyn, like go to Bay Ridge because it's like a different experience because in Williamsburg, it'll be, like I said, quinoa and flea markets and scooters. But then in Bay Ridge, like the day after Trump won the election in 2016, there was a cafe out there giving out free black and white cookies. So you want to see both extremes of, they were giving cups of marinara sauce into my daughter's Halloween trick-or-treat bag at Nino's Pizza on 3rd Avenue.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And they're calling it Bat's Blood. So it's different types of experiences in Brooklyn. So I would go see that. And then you could come with me if you're there on a Tuesday afternoon. We go take my father to dialysis at College of Staten Island Hospital. If you'd like to come there, you can come see him get his blood filtered.
How many bags is he doing?
I want to say 2 bags. 2-3 bags.
Not bad.
Easy work. Yeah. You want to talk about farts? This guy, my father doesn't wear underwear anymore.
Yeah.
Because he constantly shits his pants.
Well, dude, if you're running on somebody else's blood, who knows what kind of gas is in it?
That's true.
That's
true.
You got to think about that.
I really like your fan. I like this part of the podcast where fans come in.
Dude, the best fans, man, the best listeners, the best group. We got such it constantly amazes me, man. And that young fella said he's going to New York for the first time. And what did he ask me?
What do you like about New York? What's your New York experience?
You got to go down to Alphabet City, man. That's where you got to say. It's the last place to still get mugged anywhere in Manhattan, I feel like, kind of in that area. You got to go down there, down up maybe 2nd and B or something.
Or go even further, go to C or D.
Yeah.
A and B is a little hipster honka-donk now, but once you get to C, it starts to fade, and then D, you're in the full hood.
Yes.
Avenue D, you will get stabbed right now.
There you go. And it's the last place you can still do it. Anywhere else, it's just changed a lot.
The Bronx, you could still get stabbed a little bit, but the Bronx is going too far out of the way. But if you want to be on the island of Manhattan, I agree with Theo. Go to Avenue D to get yourself shanked.
Yeah, get shanked, see somebody sell a gram, learn a little bit of Spanish or something. Do it all. They just have a different vibe down there. It's still a little risque. And that's what I like. You could do, you do. There's a lot of the dark arts, basically, brother.
I just also want to send a quick shout out, RIP, to the neighborhood crackhead that I grew up with, which is also See, where I grew up in Ridgewood, Bushwick, it used to be a place where you could get stabbed, but unfortunately now it's all like vegan cupcake stuff. But there still was the neighborhood crackhead, homeless guy who was, I mean, we thought he was going to die in 1997. He just died recently. Scotty Karate just passed away, and he was the neighborhood guy. He would sing a Billy Joel song, and then he would do anything you wanted him to do, he would do for $1. Wow. So I remember one time he backflipped into these shards of glass, knocked himself unconscious, and then we just put $1 on his chest. Or he would do, roofing work. He would fix anything. You give him $1, we'd call him Scotty Karate, and he would have no shirt on and sweatpants almost 12 months a year.
Damn.
So, and he survived for a long time. So just want to say shout out Scotty Karate.
Yeah, R.I.P. Scotty. And also, they had a guy bus, and he was mentally challenged, or something happened to him, and he was he used to ride a woman's bike that had like a little baby seat in the back. And the baby seat was always empty, Right. And he said he had a little husband that used to, and people were always like, damn, where's your little husband at? And so he would always just tell us he had a little bit he had like a little husband that he was looking for him or something. And I don't know what happened to that guy, but
it's funny to grow up the way we grew up, like how you grew up it's very relatable. Like you grew up in the deep South, and I grew up in kind of the deep Brooklyn, where it's like, you had there were just different names, but like for example, like we both have neighborhood crackheads, or we both have like crazy uncles. Like I have an uncle who somebody robbed my mother, and then at the local bodega, he used to hang out at the local bodega, and I guess they had this robbery ring going down to this bodega where they would steal women's purses and steal their credit cards and their money or whatever, and they stole my mom's purse one day on the corner. And then a couple of days later, my uncle was in the bodega because he was just chilling, drink beers there, and they were talking about how they just ripped off this lady, and he was like, "What's she look like?" And my uncle's like, "Oh, that's my sister-in-law." He didn't know, or he said it in his head, "That's my sister-in-law." And so whatever, they kept drinking, continuing drinking, and then later on that night, my uncle, I didn't know this, I was a little kid, I only found this out a couple of years ago.
Killed the guy?
No. What he did was they got drunk, they went back into my uncle's garage, which is in the backyard of my house, and my uncle beat him up and then tied him up and melted the skin off his knees with a blowtorch for stealing my mom's bag. And then he got my mom's, he couldn't get the credit cards back, but he got cash, the amount of cash that he thought she would have, he got it back. So it's like, that's a crazy uncle. I'm sure you have, maybe not that exact story, but a crazy uncle.
Yeah. No, we don't. I mean, I think it was just growing up in a different time too, and people could do more stuff without everybody constantly ratting everybody out. And Twitter's just a big snitch fest on there, man. It's just so many snitches. We got a question that came in from a guy right here.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We good on time?
Theo's got about 5.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, and this guy's in a free conch. This is a Crystalia supporter right here.
This guy looks a little dirty, but like a nice guy.
Yeah, he looks like I bet he's done chef work or just some UFC.
But I like him
Hey,
a lot.
what's up, Theo? What's up, Chrissy D, Baby Gorgeous? Hope you guys are doing great. My name's Nick. I am from Aurora, Illinois. And my question for Chris, actually for both of you, if you both could answer this, it'd be great. But for Chris, I know that you had started a career in physical therapy. And I was wondering what was the moment and what made you decide to pursue stand-up full-time? And what was going on? I'm always curious to know what it was that made you transition into different career paths. Like, was stand-up maybe just a hobby? Was it always a passion? And how was that for you? How did that go? And for you as well, Theo, what were you doing when you decided that you were going to do stand-up and become a comedian full-time? And how was that like for you as well? It's just something I'm always interested in to know with anyone that pursues something as crazy as stand-up. So thanks, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of the day. Gang, gang.
Gang, bro.
Gang.
Thank you for
very
calling,
articulate. I did not expect him to be as articulate and well-spoken and well-mannered and soft, like in a positive way, as he was. I thought it was going to come out, because last time I did your podcast, your fans were just coming out swinging, saying, I want to fight you, fuck you. But
really?
now it seems, because they were only going off what they had seen of me, and what they had seen of me was you and I ripping each other from Opie. But now, again, positive, because I came on your show and some of your fans start listening to my stuff, I could see they're calling me Baby Gorgeous and Chrissy Chlamydia. They listen, so it's a different thing.
Yeah,
so I appreciate all this.
Yeah, look, man, I appreciate you. I'm glad that you're here, dude. The good thing
Hold my
about
hands
this.
while we end
all
this.
right. I don't think I haven't held a guy's hands like this. Hold on, bro. Don't
No,
touch
come on,
the top
man.
of my hand with
You
your
got
other
those fingers,
thumb.
bro.
Huh?
You got those fucking perfect ass fingers.
They're not perfect, dude. I have very, very. like kind of the hands of you could barely fucking choke somebody. You have to have somebody else just come and help you.
Nah, dude, they're fucking good in there. And you don't bite your nails either.
I do. My thumbs are good.
You got sexy ass cuticles.
Really?
I think so.
But look at this finger, kind of.
Oh, that finger's disgusting. That looks like E.T.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gross. Yeah, your fingers are a little long.
Yeah,
but
I mean
like
they're fingers though. They shouldn't be real, not long.
You could just rock your toes, man, with no. My feet are disgusting. They grow over each other.
I could easily see that.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, you look like somebody who would have webbed feet almost.
I don't have webbed feet, but I believe I was born with broken feet, and they never fixed it.
Yeah, sure.
My feet are broken.
Take care of yourself, dude. Okay, that's what I'm saying. You look like a guy that definitely was in the school band, even though he wasn't really in it.
Yeah, like I was just there.
You look like you were on like the marching thing with the flag.
Yeah. Dude, you look like my third grade gym teacher, Mrs. Klein. Oh, yeah. She was like this lesbian. We used to call her Liu Kang. You kind of look like Liu Kang from Street Fighter if he was a white dude that had money.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
But
should
we answer his question,
yeah,
though?
let's answer his question.
Oh, go ahead. You want to start?
Yeah, so what was I doing? I mean, I was always doing something else on the side until comedy was just enough of a job, you know? I think at a certain point, it just kind of chooses you. I think even till about like 10 years in, I was like, am I going to keep doing this? Am I going to keep doing this? At some point, I have to grow up, it feels like. Comedy for me always felt like a place where I could just be, I never had to grow up. You get to travel all the time. You get to escape whatever was going on in your regular life. You always got to get out of town. If you were about to be in a relationship, I got to get out of town. You know, there was always, you were always on the go. You never had to be in one space. You never had to really kind of deal with yourself, I guess, in a little bit. So comedy always gave me that, the ability to escape, I felt like. And then at a certain point, I was like, I'm getting older. I need to figure out, am I going to have, what am I going to do here? How am I going to have a real future? And then, I think at some point it just kind of chose me. It was like, okay, there's enough here where I can survive, so I'm going to stay.
What I always liked about you is you were a guy that you had to really not that it mattered, but there was a lot of proving that you had to do to your peers, because when you started out, it was real world, and then you start doing stand-up, and already people are like, nah, he's a real world guy. He's not a real stand-up. And then your career, like you said, was like just maintaining, did the Netflix special, and it's just maintaining. And then you start to prove yourself in the podcast game. And then they say, oh, well, he's just starting a podcast. He's still the real world guy. But then you start to explode with the podcast. And then it got to the point where it was like, now I've shed that real world thing. I don't think anybody, I know for a fact, no one even thinks about that with you anymore. Like, that was something he did 15 years ago. And now it's just like, great podcaster, great stand-up. It's matched. So sometimes as a peer of yours in the comedy world, I notice, I'm like, that was pretty insane how he was able to do all that. The random fan may not know that. They just be like, oh, I've always fucked with Theo. But it's like where you had to come from, because you could have easily quit, is my point. Because you're saying 10 years, it's like, I'm sure you heard it, because if I heard it in New York, then you heard it. It was like, oh, is the real world dude? But we don't want to be known as that. Like, just now, am I starting to shed? Oh, you that guy from Guy Code? Where it's like, that's a part of me. I'm proud of it. But now it's like they know my name a little bit. They know my podcast. They know me for stand up, not for being a talking head. And you are not known for being on a reality show.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of work to do that. So I'm always noticing about you, and I think it's dope.
Thanks, man.
But I will say that you're a faggot. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Dude, if I'm a faggot, bro, and no offense if anybody is a faggot, and still refers to themselves as that. That's very
Are we not allowed to
outdated.
say that word? I apologize. I didn't mean to say that. I said it. So if you want to edit it out.
Yeah, and just put quotes under mine and just refer to his.
Yeah. I didn't have anything to say. The problem is because I said that nice thing about you, and I was thinking of a joke, and it slipped. So I just went to a very immature thing, and I just said that, and I just.
I have two gay friends, and they say, "Look, I am a faggot."
Right.
Well, and I'll be like, dude, don't say that. I'll be like, no, I am. That's what I am. So everybody does something different. Some people but I'll tell you this, dude. If I'm gay, bro, I would be shocked.
See, if I'm gay, I'd be relieved.
Yeah.
That's the thing with me. It's because I can't even really take a good look because my father's still alive. So I got an old school father.
Oh, wow.
75-year-old Brooklyn, Tony Balls is his nickname. So I can't even look inside to see if there's a little gay in there, because it feels like there's a little gay in there. Like I'm plant-based. I'm on a plant-based diet right now.
And you're built like a strong gay. You're built like a strong gay.
And I'm a strong gay, and people tell me, I'm a power bottom. I got a big fat ass. I love Whitney Houston. My favorite movie is Little Women or Pretty Woman. You know, I fucking jerk off to guys. Like all those things are all those things are gay. So sometimes I feel like I can say that F word, which is derogatory, and I don't mean any harm, but I could say because I know deep down I am one. I know that there's one just pouncing around in there.
Oh yeah, I can see a little Tigger inside of you, man.
Yeah, because the thing is, even though I did get 2 pumps, I got skull fucked by the McKenzie brothers 2 pumps. I did give it a lick as it was coming off. So that changes everything. You know?
Bro, that's an alarm if things get too good.
Really?
And I think we just hit that, man.
My fault, guys. Can I tell you quick
bro,
why?
It sounds like the McKenzie brothers' fault. Yes. What do you got to say?
Real quick. Well, no, just Liu Kang. Real quick. I started just to answer the fans' question. Thank you for that question.
Yeah.
I was a pediatric physical therapist. I have a doctorate degree in physical therapy.
Yeah, sure,
it's crazy, dude. It really is crazy, man. When you get skull fucked, your paths change. You know, so I went and I became a physical therapist. I was working with children, pediatric, mentally and physically handicapped children. It was a beautiful job. But then simultaneously, I got on Guy Code, and Guy Code really started to pop off on MTV2. And then they created Girl Code, and that really started to pop off. So what happened was, see, the thing is this, is, you know, a lot of the people who were watching the shows were younger people, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It was a college younger people show on MTV and MTV2. And it's very well known that older women sometimes will give birth to a child with a disability. You know, there's a lot of testing that women as they get older have to do. It's less and less now, but it's still a thing. That's why people always say, oh, my biological clock. But what's also not as known, but is very true, is younger women, 17, 16, they don't have the proper prenatal care and they don't know that they're pregnant. So their children are born with high disability rates as well.
Definitely. And high sugar, too. They always at Sonic.
Always at Sonic. Yeah. So they a lot of the moms and dads of the children I was treating were young people that were watching Guy Code and Girl Code. And the principal of the school I was working at was like, look, we found out you're doing comedy, you're doing these TV shows. And they're like, you can't be treating handicapped children and also doing a show about the Guy Code to hiding your boner. So you're going to have to choose. And so it was really this little kid, my little man, Aaron, great kid. He was in a wheelchair, had cerebral palsy. So cognitively, he was fine. No problems with speech, or his mind worked like our minds, but his legs didn't work from cerebral palsy. So he was sitting in his wheelchair one day. We were throwing the ball at him. You know, he would throw it at me. I would, rifle it off his legs. He couldn't feel it anyway. So I would just rifle it off, light him with, burn him with cigarettes, whatever it is. You know what I mean? He couldn't feel shit. I would tell him to close his eyes. I would just, whatever. Light his pants on fire, joke around.
Have a pet bat bite him.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But
what? He's your agent now?
Yeah, he's my agent. No, so Aaron, told me when I was flirting with this idea of leaving physical therapy. He's 6 years old, but the thing is, when you're a 6-year-old kid that's got a disability, you're so wise beyond your years.
Yeah.
So the reason, because the man asked me what made me change. I was always flirting with the idea of leaving for a year. I was like, I should leave. I need to jump 2 feet in if I really want to do stand up. And then it got to the point where Aaron told me, we were talking, throwing the ball back and forth, and I was like, I kind of want to leave stand-up. I kind of want to leave physical therapy to do stand-up, but I'll miss you guys so much, so I don't know if I could do it. And he was like, well, isn't being a comedian your dream? And I said, yeah, it is. And he goes, so why wouldn't you go do it if that's what you always want to do? And I was like, I don't know, I'm going to miss you guys. And he was like, he said to me, he was like, I'm not going anywhere. I can't walk. I'm always going to be sitting in this chair waiting for you. He's like, but I want to, Aaron said this to me. He goes, I think it's pretty cool if I could see one of my teachers, he called his teacher, one of my teachers on TV. He said, I would think that was pretty cool. He said, and if I had that opportunity, I would go, and I would hope you would want to watch me and be proud of me. And he said, we're all proud of you. I think you should go do it and go live your dream.
Damn.
And I was like, damn. And then, I said to him, I was like, how are you so smart? How are you so smart like this? And how are you so brave? And then he said, like, I'll never forget. He was like, you see, Mr. Chris, it was like a fucking movie. Mm-hmm. He's like, you see, Mr. Chris, he said, when you can't walk or use your legs and you're in a wheelchair, he said, you have all day to sit and think. He said, so I'm thinking about you, and I think you should go do it. And then I swear to God, I fucking relieved myself, hysterical crying. Like 3 hours later, I told the principal, I was like, I'm going to leave.
Is this Patch Adams, I think?
No, dude, it was legit. It was fucking
no, joking,
legit.
man. It's wild. I mean, it's fuck.
And then I took I had put Chinese finger traps and shit on his toes. I took those off because he couldn't feel it anyway. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did he really say that, man?
I swear he
That's
really said that.
It's remarkable, yeah, to think about how much time you have to think. Just how still probably your world gets when you can't even move.
Because it was that pushed me out. Also, this is true too. I had sex with 4 of the teachers at different times, and the heat was starting to get turned up because they all found out about it. So they were starting to get a little heated in that physical therapy room.
Petri dish with that drip drop.
So between Aaron telling me to go live my dream and these girls, about to press charges, it was time to leave.
Damn. Praise God, man. You can check him out on History of Hyenas, man.
Check me out on historyhyenas.com.
And you can see him and Don this weekend. Where are you guys going to be at?
No, well, Donnie, where are you going to be?
I'm going to be in Jacksonville this weekend.
Well, you can see him at the Jacksonville Comedy Zone.
When does this episode come out, Theo?
Thursday.
This Thursday? Okay, so go to my website, christycomedy.com. I got a bunch of dates up there. March 19th, Gramercy Theater, Live History Hyenas. First show sold out, second show available. And then April 29th, Wall Street Theater, Norwalk, Connecticut. Also in April, I have Vancouver, Boston, Raleigh, North Carolina. I got Philadelphia. I just put Seattle and Portland up in October, Aladdin Theater and Neptune Theater. Amen. So come check me out. I got a bunch of dates, christdcomedy.com, and check out the podcast History of Hyenas with Giannis Pappas.
Amen, man. And thank you so much for coming, dude. And sorry if I'm a little bit tired. It's just been hard. I just feel tired.
I hope it was a good episode, man.
I think it was a lot of fun. I wish I could be more fun, like just more engaging. Sometimes I'm just a little bit exhausted.
I like your energy. I like your energy this way because I like it because it's really you. It's really just like you. And then I like in the beginning, like when you get like a little catty bitch energy, I kind of like that about you.
Thanks.
When I was like talking and you like, hey, save it for the podcast. I kind of like that. And then I like that you go in waves and zones with this thing.
Yeah, I have to pee too. That's why I've fucking been in that zone for a bit. But I love the story about the kid in the wheelchair. I loved the fact that he inspired you, man. That shit is pretty powerful.
You got real good fucking positive energy, and I wish that we hung out more. But I text you don't text back anymore.
I will.
That's the problem.
Well, I will. Some of my texts haven't been going through.
I want to start FaceTiming you more too. When you pee, is it clear or is it darker?
Okay. I'll tell you this, bro. I bet it's a lot clearer than some of the batches you've had, bro.
Yeah, dude.
That is for sure, dude.
Yeah, man. But I'm just waiting for these last STD results, and then I'm gonna be celibate, man. I'm gonna try to take 2 months off, no pussy. I'm not saying I won't fuck guys, but definitely no girls.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're only banging guys because you're taking a break from women, that's not gay, bro. You have to actually be a gay man. So.
I know. I feel like guys can't go back. You can't be a bisexual guy. You can be a bisexual girl, but guys, I feel like once you hook up with a guy, you're gay.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Dunkin' Donuts, remember that?
Dunkin' Donuts? No, what's that?
From Jim Norton over there on the Opie show.
I love Jim Norton.
Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts. Dude, it got weird, though, towards the end because Opie and Jim were always arguing, right?
They were arguing a lot.
There was a lot of tension in there.
And to be honest, man, people would hit me up because at the end I was on. At the end, literally every time Jim was out, Opie would call me in to be the fill-in because I was, hungry. I live right there, hungry for the opportunity. And so a lot of fans would ask me questions. Hey, what's going on with Opie and Jim? And the truth is, I didn't know because I only saw them argue once, and that was live on the air when everybody else saw it.
Yeah.
When it was before or after, I had no idea. I would see Jim at the Comedy Cellar, wouldn't talk about it. When I would speak to Opie privately, he wouldn't talk about it. So anything that the fans, I don't know.
Yeah,
same.
Yeah, same. People would ask me about it. I just felt like, I think it's hard to work with anybody for a long time to start that early in the morning.
Yeah.
Opie'd been there for a while. I think it's just tough to make things fit, a lot of things. But anyway, I shouldn't have brought that up. I didn't mean to kind of bring it up. I just
dinner tonight? Oh, you can't do it.
I probably can, actually.
You want to do it? Me, you, and Donnie?
Yeah.
And Scotty Banks?
I just have to go. I have to go to yoga right now.
No, but I mean after yoga.
Yeah.
We're going to do it, man. I want to buy. What do you want to eat?
I don't know. Something Italian.
You want to do something Italian?
Yeah.
Scotty Bangs, you getting a trim?
Oh, yeah. I got podcast tonight.
Yeah,
sorry.
He has a podcast too.
I'd be honored to.
Another Bachelor podcast.
No, I know his
thanks,
name's
homie.
Nick, but aren't we calling him Scotty Bangs, or do we call him Nicky Bangs?
Nicky Bangs.
Oh, my fault.
Yep.
Scotty Karate, Nicky Bangs.
It's all right, dude. It's so good. I don't even know where I am right
Yo, dude, you want to piss in my hood?
now. I want to go take a nap.
Yo, dude. All right, bro. I'm going to fucking kiss you on the lips right now.
What?
Get it on camera.
No, what are we doing?
Can I do it?
No.
Come on, man. Stop being anti-gay.
Just go. Just go. Get him.
Dude, if I'm gay, I will tell you, bro. I'm not just being gay for no reason, man. Yeah. Thank God these are man preventative. Bro.
Wow.
It's too much.
Wow.
It's too much, guys. Be good.
No, get that away.
Yes. That's
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jonathan Kite, and welcome to Kite Club, a podcast where I'll be sharing thoughts on things like current events, stand-up stories, and 7 ways to pleasure your partner. The answer may shock you. Sometimes I'll interview my friends. Sometimes I won't. And as always, I'll be joined by the voices in my head.
You have 3 new voice messages.
A lot of people are talking about Kite Club. I've been talking about Kite Club for so long, longer than anybody else. So great. Hi, sweetheart. Here's Theo. Anyone who doesn't listen to Kite Club is a dodgy bloody wanker. Do you know what I mean?
Hi, I'll take a quarter pounder with cheese and a McFlurry.
Sorry, sir, but our ice cream machine is broken.
No!
I think Tom Hanks just butt-dialed me. Anyway, first rule of Kite Club is tell everyone about Kite Club. Second rule of Kite Club is tell everyone about Kite Club. Third rule, like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts or watch us on YouTube, yeah? And yes, don't worry, my Brad Pitt impression will get better.